Let's do this.
Come on, Tree Acolyte. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and then down go.
All right. Here we go. Another glorious day. Bangers only. With you, the few, the proud, the erudite. All right. I guess the VODs aren't up yet. Let's see if I can find them. Hold up. Hold, please.
So I think it's a very scary here. That
All right, here we go. I'm doing great. Specs West Side. How are you doing? You guys hate the Apple TV. I mean, Apple TV actually makes good stuff, so 3 free months of Apple TV is a pretty good deal. IMO. Severance is banging. If you guys haven't seen that.
Okay.
Ash is only down.
Yo, be careful. Ezreal's low. Ezreal's 1 HP. Ash no flash. Ash dead.
Into finals, and I think that both teams will be treating it that way. We're going to be looking at poking and prodding a little bit, and I think that we know that we're going to play today, but I think both of us think that we're probably going to play in a couple of weeks again. So that's what the goal is today.
Great, sounds good to me.
Matter. We just lost, which sucks. But this split, I don't think it'll happen again. I mean, I hope it doesn't happen again.
mid lane, baby.
All right, Cloud9, frauds.
I think incredibly important right off the bat.
This team has looked bad even in their wins. They've just been beaten up on the bottom of the league.
But you see no Sejuani here. You see no Maokai ban here.
Yeah.
Umpty is going to be let free to play a tank. Cloud9 are saying they're fine with it.
All right. We've got the Nidalee band away from...
All right, Aurora's enabled this week because we're on 14-15. Hold on, I have to actually pull up 14-15 notes.
We've also got the Ziggs banned away versus APA. Finally, that Sejuani is going to get banned out. They are going to put some respect on Umpty's name with that one. And then Kalista, just another high prio pick. Removed
nerfs to easy real. There was a hot fix for Aurora. I don't know if that's actually in here or not. Maybe one of you guys knows. Aurelion Soul nerfs. Oh my god, APA nerfed into oblivion. Mystic shot damage nerfed. And AD scaling. Okay. Leona nerfed. Passive damage nerfed. Eclipse damage nerfed? We need our durability on Eclipse nerfed. Oh, this is the Shyvana change, right? Shyvana changed to give better AD ratios. It's pretty nice for building AD Shyvana instead of the weird AP build. Lower cooldowns to Silas, but less damage off of AP. Wonder if that'll change his itemization at all. All right, this is the Lord Dom's nerf, where Moral Reminder is now the same as Lord Dom's. Static Shiv nerf, Storm, Surge. Buffs. Ooh, 35% bonus move speed for 2 seconds. Pretty nice. Cosmic Drive and Rocket Belt buffs. Void Staff buffed because Crypt Bloom was just better. All right, this is the Mercs and Berserker Greaves. This is the great boot nerfs. All right, sorry, just looking at the patch. Did you miss the first game? No, isn't this the first game? This is the first one. Pick phase 1. Okay, so Aurora is banned. We're gonna go ahead and take the Ashe and the Renekton. Nidalee was banned, so what are we gonna play? Actually, Zyra, Cloud9, probably. Ivern, Zeri. Okay, Brand instead of the Zyra. Great AP jungler. Bully bot lane, potentially. Oh, we took Leona, even though she's been nerfed. Okay, we're going to ban Ezreal and Jhin. Going to ban Yone, who's a little bit stronger in lane, but has a longer ult cooldown in the late game. So Zeri actually taken away by Berserker. MF, yes. Okay, it's still basically the same meta. Rumble. I can't believe somebody actually picked Rumble in NA. Usually just falls all the way through the draft, even though it'd be scooped up instantaneously.
Buffs on this patch. How did you feel about those, Ben?
In China or Korea.
I don't know what does anymore at this point. You have some AP, some attack speed, some AD, and
what were Varus' changes?
Some, like 2 AD, I think, base AD, which is kind of helpful. But I do think that it's just more of a young.
He got 2 base AD.
MF before, which is like the go-to when
he gets minion kill attack speed that scales with levels, champion takedown attack speed later on. Yep, so he gets more. He gets more attack speed in later levels for killing minions and more in general. So 40% attack speed and 15% attack speed as attack damage to 50% speed and 25% attack speed if he has a takedown, so a kill or an assist. It's pretty good. Pretty big buff. Yeah, Rumble is one of Impact's all-time champions. On-hit damage from W is decreased. All right.
He was very good on bars in the spring split. I will say he was the CEO of the bars.
Can you post the link of the future patch notes? This isn't the future patch notes. This is the live patch.
I'm actually really happy to see Varus now because it's gotten so many changes. The patch, last like 3 patches, I feel like I've had paragraphs.
I'm looking at 14-15, guys.
Changes here.
Yeah.
So we'll get a look at that laning phase. You already mentioned.
I was going to turn down the casters a little bit. Okay, so it's a mid Zeri, as we've been seeing frequently, into Corki. Obviously, lots of players around the world have been opting into this matchup, and they do it because they already have the Ashe Braum against the Leona engage, plus they can block some of the incoming projectiles, rockets, Varus arrows, etc. Interesting. It's going to be topside focused most likely this game. Good pick composition.
The Braum counter pick possibility was going to be difficult to deal with, and you're pairing the Braum with an Ashe who is notoriously strong laner right now, so definitely seems like Berserker and Vulcan.
I heard they are increasing death timers. I mean, I think they should increase death timers early and decrease them late. That's what I think.
If Porter goes in and he doesn't kill everybody, he's gonna get slowly pushed.
All right, let's check Reaper's jacket. Is it still? Oh, nobody's told him. It's still stitched, guys. Who is gonna tell Reaper? Who's gonna? I can tell from the way it's moving that it still has the stitch in the back, guys.
Early game, I think, in this time with the bars and the Ivern and the Leona, they have to like do something bot. Get something going, because they don't win team fights, I think, with this comp.
So does that mean you prefer the Cloud9 composition then in the head-to-head?
I like Ivern a lot. I just feel like TL should have banned the Braum.
It's discussing the dying early is a good strategy because of death timers. I mean, you could also make it so, you can't use teleport until 5 minutes into the game or whatever, which is probably fine, honestly.
Head-to-head here in Summer split, both
Like,
currently
you
sitting
shouldn't be able to use
at a
teleport until,
5-0
you know, your normal first
series
recall timing, I
record.
think.
Both of them.
Isn't that like super basic knowledge for wearing a sports coat / suit jacket? It is, but Reaper lacks the critical information. You can see there is still a stitch right here. I can see it.
And he's gonna die. So it's definitely like a more Teal has to win the early game, I think, in this time with the bars and the Ivern and Leona. They have to like do something bot, get something going, because they don't win team fights, I think, with this comp.
So does that mean you prefer the Cloud9 composition then in the head-to-head?
I like Ivern a lot. I just feel like TL should have banned the Braum when Encina didn't pick it in the first phase. I feel like that was a mistake from Team Liquid, but we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, the Braum is very strong into their composition, and you should know that they might take it. It's very meta right now.
Here in Summer Split, both currently sitting at
Riot's wardrobe team should have caught it. They probably fired the wardrobe team at LCS, if we're being honest.
I would have to assume
I would be shocked. Like, I know they scaled down like their wardrobe and makeup team,
Let's see how it all goes down. My mind
so they may not have a wardrobe person there on the day-to-day anymore. Plus, the wardrobe person isn't there to dress Reaper, but somebody should tell him. I mean, I could do it. When I say somebody, I mean I could do it, but I'm not going to do it because I think it's funny.
Cloud9 got the advantage in it.
Berserker, though, going to be caught by the very edge of the Zenith Blade here at level 1. Berserker having a flash out, but he still got caught. Team Liquid continues their chase. They will not be able to find a kill at level 1, but both summoner spells from the enemy AD carry as well as the heal from Vulcan.
Yeah, you don't have to be a pro player to understand.
You know who I feel like should know this is Jack. Jack should fix this for him. Who's casting? Sven. It's Kobe. Sven, it's Sven. Do I think Hai is a good coach? He's not a coach.
They want to get a ward level 1 to spot where Umti is starting and ending.
Hai is not coaching. He's a team manager.
Come on, guys.
And sure, I think he's probably quite good at that job. He's literally run teams himself. He knows how pro players want to be treated. Like, I think he's probably very good at it.
Can you just go bot, guys? Come on.
I really thought we were saying.
It's Kobe, Sven, and
the discussion though on the early game is incredibly critical with both these two teams. These are our two best teams overall in the LCS, but especially so, it is evident in the early game. Just look at these early.
90% first blood is pretty crazy.
And Cloud9 even further above Team Liquid in their domination of the early game, and especially with this draft that we mentioned. You know, so many strong parts here for Cloud9. So lane swap from TL, doing their best to avoid the extra big Cloud9 early game.
Yeah, and Impact was hanging around this top side, just kind of.
Oh, it's Flowers. So it's Flowers, Kobe, and Sven. This should be fun.
Keep this charade going on as long as it possibly could before the reveal that Yan and Core JJ are going to be laning top.
I will say, Thanatos got almost a full level of experience already in his lane swap, which I think is not very good for Team Liquid.
All right, so let's take a look at this lane swap going on right now. Thanatos actually is able to get, like, they don't actually zone this out. And the reason why they don't zone this out is because the waves crash and Leona isn't there, because Leona is actually deep warding. So Core is deep warding to see what the jungle pathing is going to be, because what they're going to try and do, I mean, they don't want Brand to come up here, right? So they're trying to see what the jungle pathing is going to be. They get away with a weak side jungle start here.
It is evident though on the early game is incredibly critical with both these two teams. These are our two best teams overall in the LCS.
So uses Smite right away on the Ivern, and they're going to get away with this kind of like weak side clear. So they want to make sure they know where Brand is going. But the cost is that Thanatos is able to pick up a good chunk of a level right there. And Impact is just here to shoot ease at Jojo PN and be annoying in the mid lane.
Almost a full level of experience already in his lane swap, which I think is not.
Did I watch Bro versus KT? Yes. Did I review T1 versus Gen G already? Yes.
It's more like he's just taking it from the APA.
It's on my YouTube channel under live or on the Twitch videos channel.
Umti can't really dive top, so they have to send 4 people top to dive down.
Breon versus KT, I had to watch last night while the games were happening because I had the Monty and Wolf show. We talk about it on the Monty and Wolf show, which will be out soon.
Yeah, he's not even going to get the clear on the Krug. Thanatos instead going to find him with a snappy, ruthless Predator. Impact makes his way towards the scuffle, but I mean, it's a level 1 rumble. He shoots a harpoon, he misses it, he walks away.
I mean, Cena already won
Okay,
this,
so they
they're
do
on
zone him
the-
out,
on
but he
their
does
top laner,
actually hit
they
level
are gonna
2
place
here.
farm that Teal will not be getting thanks to the tower fortification. So swapping with Iron is very bad, I think, because he can't farm camps efficiently in lane swaps.
Yeah,
It's true he can't, because the thing about it is obviously he has to like mark the camps, and then Blabber could just come and farm them.
And counter these Ivern channels that he has channeled on your camps. If you're going to pull out another recall, you see the swap right now. TL are re-swapping.
Nice job. Okay, so what is the end result of this? Is that they're going to get a couple plates on the bot side. Impact is going to hit level 2. They're going to deny this wave. You see a dual recall here in the top. So this is the moment when, if the top plate, if Thanatos wasn't here, this is when you try and guess when the bot lane is going to be recalling and walking into the bot side. It's usually a guessing game. Sometimes they will wait here and cheese you. This time they only send one player back, probably because Ivern's going to path bot, and so Thanatos feels like he can walk up, but he's doing it blind. It's always going to be blind in the current lane swap meta, and he has to trade flash for flash. So it's pretty good there. He's going to lose the entire wave. Now he knows that he probably can't TP to this turret because the Ivern could come top side. Ivern's level 3. Oh, he is going to do it anyway because Leona recalled. Okay, so he's going to be fine. He's going to get a lot of that wave, but he was denied quite a bit. So basically, when we take stock of this, it'll be a few hundred gold from plates ahead because of the bot lane. 2 plates taken is 250 gold in the bot side. It's about the difference that we have here.
Still going to be ahead on the brand. We'll see about his first recall.
And Ivern just a little bit behind in the jungle, but it's mostly the bot lane that's going to be the difference.
From his mid laners, like, yep,
Yeah.
sorry buddy, it's tough times out here.
Lane swap packs.
I get mid, I get experience. It's a trade offer.
But the Renekton is vulnerable.
Not too bad for TL, to be honest. It looked kind of bad at first when Thanos got experience stuff, but I think it's all good.
All right, top laners back where they belong as Thanatos is on the losing end of that trade against.
Thing is, Rumble has always been a good pick into Renekton because Renekton wants to come in and stun it in W, and if you press Q as Rumble, it doesn't matter if Rumble's stunned, he's still dealing DPS with Flame Spitter. So it is hard for Renekton to trade with him.
Bottom lane, Blabber coming in. The Seer isn't going to connect, but they aren't even going to need it.
Okay, this is outrageous that this works.
One thing is that Impact was able to save his TP because he was top naturally, while Thanatos got ganked by Core J.
So Core, remember, traded his flash topside, so he has no flash. They get caught overextending with no Ivern on the map. Blabber is already recalled for Faded Ashes, and you just don't get out of this. The combo of Braum, Ash, and Brand is like pretty crazy for sticking.
Gets first blood 5 minutes in.
Now I'd say those are residual.
Even though this isn't a live co-stream, I still appreciate it nonetheless. Well, thank you for letting me know your very insightful opinion. It's not supposed to be a live co-stream. It's supposed to be a different kind of video, in fact.
He's the first jungler to gank on bottom side, and they
We have more freedom to do kind of deeper dives into analysis here, as well as like show replays.
Yeah, and Core triggered his flash for the top lane flash, but then they didn't play around.
It's quite different than a co-stream.
He just gets run down slowly in the lane. So good job at T9 punishing Core J, flashing on Thanatos, and therefore getting first blood.
Yeah,
Berserker as well.
Yeah, on a guy who lost both the summoner spells at level 1, and then you later end up getting paid with first blood money anyway.
Good.
Not too bad at all.
All right, Core JJ with a Hex Flash is waiting for the teleport back from Impact, and they want to see if they can punish Thanatos.
Did you see the Esports Garage's video on Cloud9's Gauntlet run?
He might just be dead.
Yeah, Thanatos.
No.
There's your slice, but there's not going to be anything else. The
Yep.
early slice just.
All right, so this is really good, I think, from both teams actually. Like both teams are doing a great job of like playing to their strengths, and like both teams punished the loss of flash. So Core JJ's flash was punished. Then he's gonna wander top and punish the flash that he drew out of Thanatos earlier. So I think both teams are playing pretty nicely.
I think the wave did crash top, so Thanatos will eventually catch a wave now. But it's kind of like the lane swap tax. You know,
why did Impact spend the majority of his career in NA? Okay, let me just open my channel to Impact's brain real quick. Bzzz. All right, I'm locked in. I'm reading his mind, guys. I'm reading Impact's mind. Impact, why did you spend your career in NA? Oh, there's a lot of dollar signs in there. There's a lot of dollars. I see many dollar signs, and also tickets that say free spot at Worlds. Free spot at oh, wow. Well, that explains that.
Stand flash on spot.
Ooh, APA wanting to go in there after JoJo, but JoJo's ready to turn around because Vulcan's there to help.
Lane swap tax, you know, Koji flash on top. Stand flash on spot.
Ooh, APA wanting to go in there after JoJo, but JoJo's ready to turn around because Vulcan's there to help him out. The Braum.
Did it let him skip military service too? Probably. I mean, he has a green card, so yes.
This is kind of like the lane swap tax, you know, Koji flash on top. Stand flash on spot.
Ooh, APA wanting to go in there after JoJo, but JoJo's ready to turn around because Vulcan.
But this is kind of like the lane swap tax, you know, Koji
All right,
flash
so
on
both
top.
teams are being active on the map. That's a really nice bait. APA just W's in and wastes flash. Really nice bait there, actually, by JoJo and Vulcan. Both teams playing well.
He's barking at him.
I told you, the lobby all chat is actually coming back to bite APA. The first words he typed right in the lobby. Okay, let's see about Thanatos sniffing around towards the grubs, though. Should be fully cleaned up here by Umpty. But that was quite hilarious in mid lane. With the flashes traded, too, they could keep on visiting with multiple ganks towards mid. Interesting that both supports getting very active, though. That's support 101.
Yeah.
You know, Core JJ died on bottom side. He's like, great, I'm roaming top side then. He gets a kill there.
Yeah, that's what we call death tempo.
Uh-huh.
You die in lane, you have home guards out of base, you run somewhere else and kill someone. It's all good. Honestly, dying in lane support isn't that bad as long as your AD carry can farm. If AD carry gets stove afterwards, that's a problem.
So here we go. The patient Vulcan barking from the side lanes here. And
It's actually a really good bait.
APA
Terrible flash, though.
Timer where his team is on the grubs and he doesn't see the aim team is just really bad, to be honest. It seems like a bit of a...
and visiting with multiple games. Actually coming back to bum out.
You know, Koji flash.
I mean, look. I don't even know how Vulcan snuck in there. Like, Vulcan, this is actually a really good play by Cloud9. So Vulcan sneaks in there. They have a pink ward onto the grubs. So they know that Thanatos just died, right? So this is actually really sneaky by Cloud9 because you have 3 players on this side of the map. They're taking the first round of grubs, which is why APA thinks he's safe to Valk forward. And Vulcan just makes a really sneaky, like, this is a great bait by Cloud9, like, legit.
You know, Koji flash on top.
I mean, why would APA think that fucking Braum is there?
Ooh, APA wanting to go in there after JoJo, but JoJo's ready.
He should have flashed earlier, or not flashed at all.
But this is kind of like the lane swap tax. You know, Koji flash on top. Stand flash on top.
Ooh, APA wanting to go in there after JoJo, but JoJo's ready.
Actually, I'll take it back. I think he should have just all-in JoJo. Doesn't he win if he all-ins here? What do you guys think? If he flashes on top of JoJo and just, like, what happens if he just flashes here, right? JoJo ults, but he has no mana. Like, doesn't APA just win this with Gat up? He's got Gat. Braum would flash and block AA with E. Yeah, it's probably true. Yeah. Braum still has Sealing Guardian. You guys are right. You guys are right. I'm dumb.
Ooh, APA wanting to go in there after JoJo, but JoJo's
The flash is a waste. You're right. Braum saves that 100%. You guys are right.
The Braum making his way to mid. He's ooh, APA wanting to go in there.
The Braum still gets there, I think. That's why he backs off. No flash on Vulcan. That's fine. He still has Healing Guardian. I'm pretty sure he still gets there in time. Because the other thing that JoJo could do is, like, JoJo could flash to Braum, right? So JoJo, like, JoJo, and if he flashes here, JoJo flashes here, Braum jumps. That's what I think happens, so. But I think APA probably shouldn't use flash there. He should just die and let Zeri use flash.
There to help him out. The Braum making his way to mid. He's barking at him.
I told you, the lobby all chat is actually coming back to bite APA. The first words he typed right in the lobby. Okay, let's see about Thanatos sniffing around towards the grubs, though. Should be fully cleaned up here.
Yeah, Umpty still has Smite in case he needs it for the last grub. Okay, well, they did get 3 grubs, Team Liquid.
They could keep on visiting with multiple ganks towards mid. Interesting that both supports getting very active, though. That's support 101.
Yeah.
You know, Core JJ
I think both Core and Vulcan are playing well this game.
Yeah, that's what we call
It's an
death
interesting
tempo.
game so far.
You die in lane, you have home guards out of base, you run somewhere else and kill someone. It's all good. Honestly, dying in lane support isn't that bad as long as your AD carry can farm.
LCS has put 7 minutes of an actually kind of good game together, guys.
So here we go. The patient Vulcan.
Could JoJo have secured that kill himself? No. I think if Braum isn't there, he like actually just loses the 1v1.
His team is on the grubs and he doesn't see the aim team. It's just really bad, to be honest. It seems like a bit of a ego. Spawn won't have what I want either.
I believe Spawn agrees with your take on that. That water bottle has seen better days. So is Blabber, though.
Like, Spawn's frustrated, but you can understand why APA thought he was safe. Was it still kind of a dumb play? Sure. But you don't expect the Braum to be in that brush after you kill top lane and your team's on grubs.
By the turret. C9 going to try to get Thanatos back closer to this before too much more gets lost. Vulcan doing a good job there, marking Impact with a winner's bite. Impact will summon up the
They can't follow us
to try to keep himself protected well enough, and now TL going to punch right on back. Blabber and Thanatos both down to below about half HP. And minion wave still not all the way cleared out. The EXP going to be split up a lot there. As you can see, Berserker going after APA. The Varus might be a level down, but he gets that last shot.
Okay, then. APA having a rough one.
And the mid lane deficit now is going to really mean a lot this game because those are the two best scaling champions on both teams. JoJo got the advantage mid, and then APA dying bottom now over to Berserker to also get the Ashe fed is going to be a big difficulty here for Team Liquid, although they've got some crafty plans. Now over to Berserker to also to really but he gets that last shot.
Dude, when was that brush placed? That's such a fucking galaxy brain play, guys.
And minion wave still not all
So the brush isn't there. So the brush was placed on Ivern's way out.
As you can see, Berserker going
Have you heard of the Red Rising book series? Yes. I have not read it. I listened to the first part of the audiobook. I don't know. Seems. I know people like it, but I don't think it was for me. All right, so they did put this hilarious Ivern brush here.
Is going to really mean a lot this game because those are the two best
Rumble no
champions
ults,
on both teams.
but this is pretty fucking funny by Team Liquid. This is a great play. Holy shit! I've literally never seen a play like this before with Ivern. We see a lot of Ivern games. Oh, dude, Thanatos is so sad right now. He has no ult either.
Just right there, but Impact was hiding in the super brush. Core JJ coming up to help Impact yet again.
That's so annoying. Impact's like spacing so that he can't get the double on Q. Oh. It's unfortunate that Core JJ got that kill though with Ignite.
My wave is bad, guys. I don't farm for 2 minutes, or I go here and flip it, and if he's here, I just die.
That's a great play by Team Liquid.
Unlucky flip.
I hate that guy. He's always there when you don't want him to be there.
He's got some pretty good game sense, like he's a world champion or something. Washed.
Okay,
Can you really be washed?
So,
wow.
So that one actually I feel like really does sting because you.
Washed.
Okay,
Can
but
you really be washed?
So,
wow.
So that one actually I feel like really does sting because you know APA's already feeling
1,000
like
gold up
I
on the
made a
Rumble.
mistake
This is
in mid,
huge.
Then I went bottom and also lost another 1v1, made another mistake.
Like he must have made a big mistake like Valkyrie in or something here because I think he can't lose his 1v1 if he. Okay.
I mean, that's how
he's taking the fight still.
Yeah,
he could just run away, I think, the whole time, and he'll be fine. I feel like. Look how long it took Berserker to kill him.
Yeah.
I really think he just ran
APA
away.
just picking bad fights, man.
I think he's trying to challenge. Yeah. I'm like, why is he trying to challenge
Spot's like, why is he taking all the fights? Like, I understand. Like, the frustrating part of this from a coaching perspective is that these are unforced errors by APA, right? And the rest of his team is fucking winning. You know, like, why does APA have to have 2 deaths right now? Because they didn't help topside get ahead, right? They're just actually just free fucking deaths that could be avoided.
Same.
That was Spawn Travolta. Just looking around confused.
Spawn Travolta, that's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know?
I'm confused.
Toby, do you know what he's doing? I don't know what he's doing.
I was about to be like, oh yeah, he got his Valkov.
It's a good joke by Flowers.
So, like, you know, he's gonna be able to keep running after the stun wears off. But
yeah, I feel like when you're the quote-unquote loser in the game, like you die all once, and you're playing against the Fed guy in the aim team, if you can just farm, you're doing your job, right?
Yeah, you're neutralizing their lead.
Impact is your winner. Look at the gold graph. And you're the loser in your team right now. All you have to do is just farm and.
Do coaches get
skill.
coached on performing
Very
reactions for the
common
camera? No,
thing,
that's
and
just
so
how it is to be a
do
coach,
that.
man.
Just relax and let me carry.
That's the coach life.
That's
Spawn,
right now.
Spawn and
Yeah,
Swiffer
it's
are
unusual
the,
for this team.
living the coach life. Their best coach lives right now.
JoJo getting back to safety
The
down
real
here in
question is,
bottom lane.
are
Umpy, again,
Australian people
looking
just very
for
expressive?
Any opportunity to be annoying here on this Ivern, and they are
How much did you spend on your wife's wedding ring?
trying to
$0.
create some space for APA to catch back up in the game. 0-2-0 on that Corki thus far. Blabber does have control over the top side river right now to try to secure these grubs. First one's down. There goes the second. Brand just clears these incredible.
Actually, that's not true. So my wife's, I assume you mean engagement ring, and the engagement ring was a family heirloom. So I spent, because I didn't want to buy. So first off, it's more meaningful, and second off, I'm not really down with buying new diamonds. And wedding ring, so like this. I actually found a place when we were living in Los Angeles, a place in San Diego, where you go to a jeweler and you design and make each other's wedding rings with that jeweler. So we went to San Diego for a weekend and like did that.
Quickly, so we are
And I
see
got
a
that for her
3
as a
3
gift.
Even grub split
So
this
that was
game
really
with that
fun.
last pillar of flame. And we still have about 30 seconds until the second Drake spawn. So we'll see if Team Liquid can trade back on the neutral objectives in the bottom side of the map the way that C9 just did in the top.
I think there's no way C9 gives over this dragon here. They don't have their Liandry's yet, or their stack shift on Jojo Pion. Triforce on APA is pretty good. They got some plates bought while they're doing the grub, so Teal might actually try to fight it, but I feel like with Berserker's item advantage, they should just take any fight they can right now before the Iron gets redemption, before they get like the Borg on the Varus. Impact does have TP. He's pretty strong this game.
TP available for both top laners.
Impact also has a level lead over Thanatos. I mean, Thanatos, when he absorbs experience here, is going to ding to 8.
So
but
the
it's still gonna be a
diamond
full
was
level
actually
lead
my
for Impact.
grandmother's diamond.
Feels really good there to have that rumble at that point of power with this objective fight coming up. But it's C9 who looks to make first rotation into the bottom side river with the Ocean Drake now alive. Umpty's still hanging around, trying to get a little bit of vision, trying to get the chance to walk forward and see what's going on with these brushes.
And JoJo just got his reset off, so he's bringing his newly purchased Static Shiv down to the bottom side of the map for this possible dragon setup. Vulcan leaves one ward behind, but TL making a strong move.
They actually do have the Blade Ring King now on the Varus, so they could try to fight at this point.
I mean, if Impact comes down,
Impact is not coming down. He has TP though, and he also has priority in lane, so he can always TP first.
Yeah.
If there's a fight, or he can choose to just not TP if Thanatos TP and take the top
He's
tower.
playing
I like
around
this,
the fog of war really well. It's
Shows
okay.
Impact
C9 doesn't have to
going
take
into the
this.
fog of
Yeah,
war,
yeah, yeah.
And then Cloud9 are like, uh-oh.
All right, C9 looking for their approach angle here. Both teleports going to be cast, but the Ocean Drake is
What
already
the fuck?
secured
Why
by
are we going in
TL
so
as they
late,
look to make
Cloud9?
their exit.
What the fuck is that?
Berserker
Dude,
zoned out
this
there
is
as
what I
Impact
mean about
makes his way
Cloud9. Like,
in, and
they
guarantees nobody
like
from C9
Thanatos always
wants to
feels
run
really
into a rumble
disconnected
without
from the
that
team. Like,
equalizer.
both
So it
teams
looks like all we're
TP,
gonna
but
get,
one of them
despite
actually
the two
secures the
teleports showing up
objective.
and both teams being there,
And
is just one to make-
Cloud9 just
C9 looking
TPs
for
for
their
no
approach
reason.
angle.
Like, why are we TPing when the Drake's at 1,000 HP?
Into the fog of
Right.
war, and then Cloud9 are like, uh-oh.
All right,
He literally starts TPing when it's at 1,500 HP. Like, you can't take that. Your team is split. JoJo can't engage by himself. APA is zoning off the rest of the team with rockets. Leona's right there. Like, you can't do that.
As they look to make their exit, Berserker zoned out there as Impact makes his way in and guarantees nobody from C9 wants to run into a rumble that's got that equalizer. So it looks like all we're going to get, despite the two
Thanatos
teleports
not being on
showing
the
up
same
and
page
both
as the
teams
team was probably the
being
biggest
there,
takeaway
it's
from the
just
series.
one
Oh,
great
wait,
take
that
it
thing
for
I've been
TF.
saying for
Bro,
literally
they're
the
not
entire
calling
split.
Cloud9, they're just
Yeah,
observers
weird.
here.
Yeah, they're just watching them do it. Like, yeah, enjoy, guys.
They
I feel like
they
it was,
teleport down, so someone told Thanatos, get down here, and then they just don't.
it was weird how they just looked at them, then teleported, didn't even use the Ash Arrow, and they just watched them take it.
APA trying to make the moves here onto JoJo.
It was weird how they just looked at
Yeah, they just stared at him, didn't engage. I agree with Sven. Didn't use the Ash Arrow and then
them,
TP'd.
then
Like, what a
teleported,
fucking terrible
didn't even
play
use
by
the Ash Arrow,
Cloud9.
and they just watched them take it.
APA trying to make the moves here onto JoJo.
Okay.
Just don't.
It was weird how they just looked at them, then teleported.
JoJo's
didn't
dying
use
for
the Ash
wards.
Arrow, and they just watched them
The
take
revenge of APA. Flash in, core Qs him while he's wall riding. Then just hits him with ult into E, and he's dead. It really sucks that Core is getting these kills. Fuck, man.
it. Honestly, he deserves it.
He's been setting up a lot of plays.
Wait, why does he deserve it?
Support players matters too, Kobe.
We're trying to accelerate the engager, accelerate the frontliner here, Kobe.
Okay, guys.
Still behind in gold. He needs it.
Yeah.
All right, well, they'll at least get, you know, solo tower gold. That'll be juicy here for APA.
Oh, the last plate. 2 seconds. 1 second.
No!
So bad, dude.
That last plate.
Yeah, that
first tower
missed it
gold
by
is
2
good.
seconds.
That's all right. He's still up 800 gold now, despite being a filthy inter.
Yeah, if they could have just got the other grubs, then.
So jungle diff.
Yeah, exactly.
Man. Come on,
It's
bro.
just.
So we're blaming Core JJ for taking the kill, and we're blaming Umpty for not getting all of the grubs.
For losing second set of grubs, correct.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds
We're all on the same page here.
Supports and junglers, man. They just
Hate those guys.
they're ruining AD meta.
I can't enjoy it carry meta in peace.
No, my Ivern and my Leona are grieving. All right, C9, they're now looking to potentially fight for this next neutral objective, this Rift Herald. Spawn to the top side.
Thoughts on House of the Dragon series finale? Well, Moist Bush, what a name. Bad? No, it was great. It was fucking great. Doa and I watched it together, and we did our watch along earlier today. So we'll record the actual episode of Nerd Legion, and it'll be out later this week. But I thought it was great. Bad. All caps bad. You're bad, Gino.
C9 now forced out of control of
You're bad at knowing what's good.
JJ and Umpty are both chunked. It looks like C9 though not going to take any sort of a fight because JoJo is split pushing bottom lane right now. He's just
I thought it was great.
Himself.
Yeah, I think you have to
What's
give
your
it,
problem
like,
with
we've
it?
been going over
You liked it? Yeah. What's the
inventories
issue
are
with
very
it?
different. Impact
What's
that
the
is
fucking
forced
issue of
completely
it? I got blue balled all season? No, Gino. Let me explain something to you. This is the phenomenon called proper pacing and character and plot development. I know you're not used to seeing it these days, but we actually want to flesh out these characters and their relationships so that when we get to all the dragon fighting that's definitely going to happen next season, it actually has meaning and weight. Okay?
Injuries, and Thanatos Renekton hadn't got a reset off, so Thanatos has a Ruby Crystal and a
Whole season seems slow, which I wouldn't mind, except episodes come out so infrequently. What do you think? They come out every week. What are you talking about?
long sword along with his boots and shields.
He's on low budget this game.
Yeah, that is the
Eco round.
Damon tripping on acid for 8 eps. That was necessary character development. I'll tell you what's not necessary character development. What's her name? Reyna, just like wandering around a field looking for a random dragon that we cut to every 5 seconds in the episode. That was bad. Next season isn't for 2 years. So? Yes, House of the Dragon's really good. You guys are tripping. Holy shit. It was such a good season. That show is awesome.
Buying the name brand items from the shop this game. As Team
They did that last episode had amazing character development. What they did with Corliss and Alan was great. What they did with Alicent and Rhaenyra was great. What they did with Jacaerys was great. What they're doing with like Ulf and Hugh is great. Like what do you hate about this?
Potentially with Blabber, but just going to step back towards Vulcan here, maintain this position in mid lane.
Game stayed quite good for TL here. I feel like the only person in
Hard to have a slow burn when the seasons are so far apart. No, it's not.
who has any sort of goal lead is Berserker, but Ash is not very easy to play against, you know.
You assume George R. R. Martin can finish anything he starts. This story is done. He already wrote this, guys. Holy shit. I actually loathe all of you right now.
I don't think they
That show is so good. You are unworthy of that show.
Series is good, but that's about it.
I hate to use this button, but man, it's a giant pleb alert.
Easy team fights there to be able to do it. I mean, they do have a lot of CC too to try and set him up with you know, possible Cheryl picks, Braum follow up. So they definitely still have a lot of options to create plays.
If it was Berserker on Sari with this goal lead, I'll feel a lot more confident. If I was C9, no shade to Jojo Pune or anything, but the goal lead's on an Ash. Yoink!
Stolen away.
Crap 9.
Arya's entire arc in Game of Thrones was especially egregious. Yes, it was. It was terrible. It was Dougie, I'm telling you, this show is better than Game of Thrones.
Team Liquid's got
C9, no
They did Arya so... Oh, God. Dude, Arya went from being such a fucking cool character to just, like, dicking around in Bravos, doing nothing, to being incredibly lame by the end of Game of Thrones. And then on top of that, they threw in the Arya Stark sex scene that nobody wanted and was gross.
Anything, but the goal is on an Ashe. Yoink!
Stolen away.
Crap 9.
Team Liquid's got all 5 dudes hanging out here in mid lane. They've got that Rift Herald as well. They could drive it in if they want to use the bonus from their
Hashtag Arya Stark sex scene.
3 grubs that they got early on there, but it looks like they're just
Nutella happens. Thank you for your tier 1 subscription. 10 months. Nice. Monty, the finality would have been better if they had ended on the battle in the step zones. That would have been sick. Nah, it's fine. You should save it for next season.
hanging out here in mid lane. They've got that.
All right, so let's check out what's going on in this game.
Stolen away.
You have a lot of CC. This goal lead, I'll feel a lot more confident. If is good, but that's about it.
So we go ahead, we take the Herald here, have an opportunity to do that. We want to push mid lane with the Herald.
Stolen away.
Arrows down, so it's kind of free now. They don't have to worry about the engage.
All 5 dudes hanging out here in mid lane. They've got that Rift Herald as well.
And Iron Brushes go up, so they have incredible siege. They also can. They got Varus arrows. They've got Corky rockets. They could have Daisy. They have Rumble ults, so very nice siege composition.
Exactly, but now the immediate engage coming out with the solar flare and the equalizer comp. Yeah, sometimes the driving gets.
This is such a good read, actually, guys.
Don't get the void.
Really good ult combo by Impact and Core there. Holy shit. And the and the Varus ult. Woo! That's a sexy engage by Team Liquid. That's really good.
Team Liquid sees their angle and they take it. They found one kill already and they aren't done yet. Team Liquid still trying to keep this
really good ult combo there. Varus, Leona, Rumble, super nice.
Are people going to look back at this game and just think top diff and you know, or is it Core JJ ganking top a bunch?
It's definitely more.
I stopped watching Game of Thrones in season 5. Good for you. You stopped at exactly the right point. Should I watch it all before House of the Dragon? No, it doesn't matter. Because House of the Dragon happens like 200 years earlier.
Teal will say top gap, but Thanos is saying support gap.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. We have to keep all of our blame.
2 points of view.
Yep. I will say.
Umpty got Iron Q off first. Let's check it out. It's a really good play by Team Liquid.
No drivers?
Yeah.
See, Blabber's even checking to see if they actually have any vision, but they know he's there. And Yun immediately just hits him with the ult. No, I don't think Ivern hits him first.
If you don't drive the Herald, don't get the Void Mites or...
Yeah, something they got early on there, but it looks like they're just going to let it do the normal charge.
No drivers?
Yeah, sometimes the driving gets a little dangerous.
If you don't drive the Herald, don't get the Void Mites or...
Exactly, but now the immediate engage coming out.
That's an Ivern Q over the wall. It's hard to tell because I can't see Ivern.
Exactly, but now the immediate engage. Looks like they're just going to let it do the normal
nice job by Umpty then.
No drivers?
Yeah,
I can't see it.
Driving gets a little dangerous.
If you don't drive...
Oh, I guess it is. You're right. Because Yun hadn't used his ult yet. He saves it for... That's the ult right there. Yeah, Ivern Q. Nice job. Nice eyes. Ayo Yos.
Just flashes forward to guarantee the kill on Blabber. Team Liquid sees
nice job. They should be able to get the turret off of this. Especially with Daisy.
Already, and they aren't done yet. Team Liquid
oh, no, never mind. No wave.
There's no minion wave. Daisy is going to die to the turret. It'll be a 1-0 trade at the end of the day.
Are people going to look back at this game and just think top diff and you know, or is it Core JJ ganking?
What's your thought on Faker showing emotion? Well, I'll talk about that at length on the shows this week, guys. Wolf and I talked about it today on Monty and Wolf show.
Exactly. There we go. We have to keep all of our blame.
2 points of view.
Yep. I will say that was not a very good hell play from Team Liquid until that Solar Flare and the Equalizer from Core and Impact. I feel like they should drive the Herald in to get the Void Mites.
Yeah.
Whatever we call it, small.
You can kind of call them whatever. Some people call them grubbies. Some people call them mites. Just
it's actually really safe too. The ejection distance is really far. And
you go flying.
Big.
Unless they have like a poppy or something that stops you, and if you're flying out of the Herald, it's very easy to get the grub spawns. So the tower stays alive, but Teal got the fight. Now the question is, can they fight the dragon as well?
Exactly.
They should be able to.
Alert everyone. Thanatos has an item. He got his item.
Okay, he's on the board.
Black Cleaver is pretty garbage here, in my opinion.
He can shred the armor of...
Corky has plated steel caps.
They only have,
Boom,
they only
there
have an
it is.
aftershock.
He can chop those shoes up.
Oh, the aftershock. There
Yeah,
it is. Good.
and W2, it's like a combo where you get more the more armor you have, so it like stacks up.
Yeah,
So-
Leona's actually goated.
Yeah, I'm glad we agree on.
I mean, the live patch nerfs only to damage, you know, still just...
Yeah, dude, I looked at those patch notes, and the Leona nerfs to W damage is so ridiculous because the problem is it's just the stacking of Aftershock and the Eclipse proc that makes her super tanky. That's egregious. Like this, she can't die. She's actually immortal. She's actually immortal, guys. Oh, Redemption 2. Yun's distracted by a Braum. Yun is very distracted by a Braum. All right, so even though the arrow misses, right? Impact comes in, a very good equalizer. And they get Blabber, but there's not a lot of damage. And APA, like the Brand ult goes off. And the thing is, all Brand has to do is get his ult off, and it becomes super annoying. Like, it just bounces around everywhere and does a ton of damage. And Yun is so distracted by trying to kill Vulcan here. And that's the power of the Zeri, guys, is like, so what this comp does very well is, first off, the Braum has incredibly high value versus Team Liquid's composition. And then second off, you can set up with an arrow, if Berserker will ever hit one. He's missed like all his arrows so far. Get some Brand damage in there, and then Zeri and Renekton can clean it up, so...
Jojo needs the last kill. Umpty's trying to keep himself alive with a shield, but it ain't gonna matter. A double kill over to Jojo, a triple kill over to Berserker, and ace for Cloud9.
What a fight!
That start was so good for Team Liquid, but they just got outplayed in the second half of the fight, I guess.
Yeah,
No,
I
they just
mean,
got hit by Brand ult.
JJ makes a really sick engage right.
And Yun is, Yun and APA are positioned on the flank, but Vulcan's able to really disrupt this. Also, Yun's target selection. I mean, Yun gets ulted. He actually gets... Look at that value by Brand. Or by Braum.
This is what you're talking about for the start.
APA Valks, but he Valks into Braum ult. And so they both basically can't contribute to the follow-up on this fight.
So much damage, even if he dies instantly in the fight. The Brand passive is so much damage.
Here on to Blabber. This is what you're talking about for the start.
The Equalizer is so good on top of Blabber's head, but you get all his spells off before. The Brand does so much damage, even if he dies instantly in the fight. The Brand passive is so much damage, and how did Tina win this?
It's just because Impact move up solo versus Jojo and Berserker.
Oh, it's
So the
APA
double
and
AD
Yun were
carry
CC-ter
melted
zone
from
for a
the
lot of
safety
that fight.
being behind Thanatos.
Yeah.
And Jojo and Berserker, an AD carry meta,
Yeah.
able to chase them all down. Zeri, one of the biggest benefits, always being able to chase people down after these fights too, but Flash re-engages. Where's the reaction?
Completely unfazed.
What the heck?
This is the
normal
opposite
day on
of
the job.
Spawn. Yeah.
Slight disappointment from Reaper.
Coach, and we've got the other just completely stone-faced here.
I think probably he was unhappy with how the game was going up until that point.
Okay, so that was the balancing out fight.
Yeah.
That brings him back to a 0. Okay. Well,
He
Team
was like,
Liquid,
you should have been winning these fights all along. You should be in a better spot.
Team Liquid's clearly unafraid. I mean, they're still potentially looking for an angle here. They've got control over the bot side river. They're trying to keep C9 trapped in mid underneath this tier 1 turret that's honestly looking pretty shaky.
It's a massive gap.
Zizmar, thank you. Loved the first episode of the Spit Roast arc on 4Play. Thank you. If you guys are curious, you too can go to Last Free Nation Culture, which I just linked in Twitch chat, or you can find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I thought it was really funny. Dude, those guys are so lucky. Like, I posted on Twitter today that we should just do my Monty's 90s Guilty Pleasure arc, which would be like, what, Dragonheart, Hook, Cool Runnings, and the 1993 Three Musketeers with Chris O'Donnell and Kiefer Sutherland and Charlie Sheen.
On their own, C9, despite the advantage they might have on their AD carry, they are not moving their way towards this Drake very quickly, as now there's a catch.
Dude, you guys, we've already recorded the Revolver episode as well. I flipped my shit. That movie sucks.
He's gotta be careful, but he can't. He's already down.
I'm like yelling that entire episode about Thorin's movie.
From C9 their way towards this Drake very quickly, as now there's a catch. PA and Umpty are just going to start up the Drake on their own. C9, despite the advantage they might have on their AD carry, they are not moving their way towards this
Blabber flash stun into Braum ult, trying to. Or he does get it down, but it's just split because they're trying to finish the Drake. So he sacrifices himself, and the rest of the team gets out. Guy Ritchie's revolver, yes, Guy Ritchie's revolver. That movie is garbage.
Went way too far. Now Jan flashing away to stay alive, but the last shot in the air takes him down. Berserker getting the kill credit on Core JJ there. It's a 1 for 3.
Oh, had to leave during the House of the Dragon stock case of spoilers. All right, we're done. No more House of the Dragon.
They're marching to the top side river.
Yep, they've got vision control.
The premise of Revolver has a good movie in it. Revolver is not that good movie. I think that's the conclusion that we came to. But the execution is so bad, it tilts me really hard. It's like that movie was like uniquely designed for me to hate it.
Umpty and APA would have to work some real magic here to get inside. Vulcan on Braum can tank up the Baron quite nicely.
That's fair about House of the Dragon 2. I forgot that it came out just a few hours ago, guys, because Doa and I recorded our reaction, and it came out Sunday night in the U.S., and it's still Sunday night in the U.S., so probably a lot of people haven't had time to watch House of the Dragon finale yet. So sorry.
They might have to work some magic, but C9 has their anti-mage Crocodile ready to try to get in the way.
I've never seen it. Really like Lockstock and Two Smoking Barrels. Sure, Snatch and Lockstock are great. It's not that I hate Guy Ritchie. It's that I hate Revolver.
Vulcan on Braum can tank up the Baron quite nicely.
They might have to work some magic, but C9 has their anti-mage Crocodile ready to try to get in the way. Umpty over the other side of the wall.
Oh! He just jumps into the Baron. Okay, why are we even doing Baron here? Why are we even doing Baron? Okay, so we picked off Impact. Impact has no TP. So we're trying to do a 20-minute Baron, but instead of turning... Okay, we actually just can't turn. We actually just can't turn. There's literally no ability to turn. There's no ability to turn here, guys. So we can't turn at all, because we don't have the ults to turn, and the ults are engaged. So we have to finish, and presumably Team Liquid knows that.
Would have to work some real magic here to get inside. Vulcan on Braum can tank up the Baron quite nicely.
They might have to work some magic, but C9 has their anti-mage Crocodile ready to try to get in the way. Umpty over the up.
I mean, they could have just gotten poked to death here too. It's pretty bad. I mean, they get the 3 kills. It's a good fight from Cloud9, and Team Liquid overplays their hand, and Yun also stays too long, autoing minions, so he gets picked off. So pretty sloppy by TL, honestly.
Takes him down. Berserker getting the kill credit on Core JJ there. It's a 1 for 3. Cloud9 wins the fight. Baron's on the board, and they're marching to the top side river.
Yep, they've got vision control.
But this is really bad because you just don't have any ability whatsoever to turn, and you don't really have a way to keep Ivern out of the pit.
Real magic here to get inside. Vulcan on Braum can tank up the Baron quite nicely.
They might have to work some magic, but C9.
And also, I agree with you. Ayoyos, like, Thanatos actually can't turn by himself, so he should be on Baron. He literally can't do anything. Like, what is he supposed to do against Corki Ivern? He can't actually do anything. So he should be putting DPS into Baron. If he had been putting DPS into Baron, they get the Baron.
Over the other side of the wall, one to try to go in. He steals it! Right when they need him, right when you gotta be clutch. Umpty saves the day.
Call him Team Liquid Magician because he has that magic.
And they lose Baron, and they lose tier 1. This is actually a huge swing. Huge swing.
Huge swing back here for TL.
Oh, they got everything. They got the Dragon too. They got the Dragon. They got a shutdown onto Jojo. They got the Baron, and they got mid tower. Disaster for C9.
Yeah, I mean, this pick was really good from Cloud9.
What is Yun doing, dude?
And then Jojo kind of just forces it here. So even though he does go down, because
the outcome was good though.
Yeah, exactly. That Zenith Blade connecting, they're so deep for both.
It's the brand old.
The shutdown's very nice on a Jojo though.
That killed him. That must be before Baron, right?
On live, that pip up on live, someone's dying. Is that Core JJ dying?
Yeah, I think we got Core JJ dead to Thanatos during live at the same time. Looked like we had,
Looks like an Ash arrow to the head.
yeah, potential archery wound on the
No
support.
flash Leona.
The corners, men over here, cause of death, Ash arrow to the head.
It is what it is. Sometimes you just die for the cause, aka put down vision for your team.
Core JJ, 3-4-3 here on the Leona, has been a part out of 75 kills here that the team has accomplished. Like, he's kind of just setting up everything.
He's part of both teams. And kills.
He's got the action score stat.
He can do both.
Highest number.
Jan has no flash here.
Jan.
And he's slow by the realize.
Yeah, the Blabber's brand has just got a lot of lockdown on him, but Jan, he doesn't get caught out by the seer.
Brandel.
Again, the stun not connecting means
Cleanse.
that Jan can maybe still
Brandel still going?
The redemption summon up over the top. Jan stays alive. That's
Yawn.
so dicey, man. But now the equalizer from Impact.
We'll never
means
learn how to
TL
say his
might
name
go and
right,
chase the
guys.
light.
All right, so the counter engage does get a Leandri's proc down. Impact is pretty safe because he has arm guard, so he can actually walk on this. Impact, go in, 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 go in. Okay, 4CB, nice.
TP from C9 to bring in JoJo isn't going to do a lot except try to cover the retreat. Team Liquid keeps the push going. They've still got Baron for another 45 seconds, and APA wants to Valk in. JoJo uses the lightning crash to again just keep himself alive, clear out the
Dude, the
wave,
double
and
static
hold off
shivs
the
on
Team Liquid
Zeri
top.
and Ash plus Brand ult is doing so much AoE damage. It's pretty crazy.
And they almost saved the TP too. They were holding it for so long. JoJo did not want to use it, and he didn't actually end up helping with the retreat. That was very, very close to saving literally everything.
Besides the mid-tier one, they lost right after the Baron. C9 didn't lose any towers at all with his Baron power play from TL. So not a very efficient Baron from Team Liquid. Koji lost his summoners. AP.
So, guys, the reason why it's Yun is that his name in Korean, I will write Korean for you guys. His name in Korean is Yun Ho. Yano. Yano. Which this character here is pronounced or ya, ya. That's how it's pronounced. It's the different version of this character, which is So it's not Yon. It's literally his name. It's the first character block of his name. His last name is Sang. Oops, I fucked it up. His last name is Sung. Sorry, Sung. Sung Yano. Yun. His name is Yun. It is not Yon. And I know this because you can tell he called himself Yun, which is his actual name in Korean.
Jan lost his
Not
friend,
Jan.
so honestly,
Yun.
not that big of a loss, given how bad that Baron steal was for C9.
I mean, whenever I look at Baron, I always just look at the total number of gold you got, right? It's 1,500 for the buff, so
Plus
you got
is good.
seven.
Minus is bad.
Yeah, 700 extra gold beyond just stealing it. That's not a ton, right? Like
Yeah,
that's
it's not.
one turret, so not the worst thing that could happen for an early 20-minute Baron that, in a lot of cases, could completely destroy the tempo of the game.
I think probably the worst thing about that Baron is that used the gold to buy a Mikhail's, and so now they have an answer for if one of those Ash arrows does hit. A lot of them have been missing, but when one does for the pick, if is around, you know you have that safety.
Is
So
this a
my
banger? I
question
mean, the
then would
early
be,
game has been pretty good.
What even is the game plan for C9 to find
And yes,
the fight? If you're only
bangers are
engagement
relative.
that
This is the
arrow to
biggest banger
head,
that
and
exists
now
in the
we've got
LCS.
Bandage for the arrow wound. How are you going to?
And yeah,
set
I
up
actually
good
really
to
liked the
make a
early
fight for
game that we
C9?
saw.
Well,
I thought it was
Blabber
good.
engaged
Well
anything.
played by both teams.
Okay, I've seen it on anything. You can engage on anything. You saw him find a pick on Impact for the second dragon, or third dragon it was. He has his flash up very soon. There is a problem though. The only engage they have with the Ash arrow, and that'll be Mikhail's. So how do they walk forward is the question when APA is just going to stand here and look at them and they can't really stop him from doing this.
Nope.
Vulcan might have to pull out some heroics with the Braum here.
Flash Q, Braum.
In there, ultimate, slam it down.
He's low, guys.
Oh, Thanatos leading the charge towards the tribe rush. Oh, point blank stun there on APA. He walked up too far forward, and Blabber's got the kill after Berserker set him up. Now Umpty's got to try to get away as Blabber is still tribe rush. Oh, point blank.
Dude, APA in the front line this whole game.
He's low, guys.
Oh, Thanatos leading the charge towards
What is he doing this game?
the tribe rush. Oh, point.
He's literally He's literally walking into a brush against Ash Braum Brand. So he sees Thanatos here. He Foss bombs the bush. Remember, this does give you vision of the brush. He does give you vision of Thanatos. But he can't possibly know what's on the other side of this brush. So he just gets volleyed into arrowed, into Braum ulted, into Braum passive stunned and dies.
Hello, guys.
Thanatos leading the charge towards the tribe.
They saw everyone through the blue trinket? I don't think so. Oh, they saw...
Slam it down.
Oh, you're right, they did.
Hello, guys.
They saw Ash at least.
Thanatos leading the charge towards the tribe rush. Oh, point blank.
Dude, APA, what the fuck, man?
And Blabber's got the kill after Berserker set him up. Now
What is this guy doing this game? Do you guys know how hard Team Liquid would be winning this game if APA hadn't just like chain-inted?
Can't get away. Double kill for the mid lane Zeri, and he's going skating straight over the wall looking for more. Impact and Yawn, they're still running. Yawn had to flash just to escape. C9 clobbers the fight off of APA, just going too far forward.
I mean, why are you walking into that? Why are you walking into the danger zone? Because that was Ash Arrow into Mikhail's, but Braum is right next to him, so you immediately get the Braum ultimate, the knockup. APA down.
Because you know Korean but might pronounce a Spanish name incorrectly? What if I was a caster and the Spanish player asked me to pronounce their name a certain way, I would fucking do it. Like, what are you talking about? It's also not hard. It doesn't even look like it should be pronounced yawn. I don't even know what to say to that.
But he was just a little bit too out of range, and APA.
APA's plane was built by Boeing.
But he just went a little bit too far.
So APA was like, I need to. This 737 Max looks fun to fly today.
And APA, I think he was doing a good job of holding the entrance 4C9, but he just went a little bit too far.
Oh, we
don't even see him.
We start this after the critical.
Come on, Flavors!
So we're just going to get the chase down instead, but that chase down does result in Dragon number 2 going the way of Cloud9.
I do think Teal had a really big condition in the game here, that they had control over the area, they had the zone.
Ooh.
Yeah, he knows it.
Yep.
And they
All right, now spawn check-in.
I was hoping we were going to get the spawn reaction.
Ah, man, I wanted to see the spawn reaction.
Yeah, maybe there may be one less desk in the room.
Yeah.
But we've got the Baron coming back alive here.
Chatter was referring to his first message where he asked if Riot provides a pronunciation guide at tourneys. So typically, in my experience, as a caster, you just fucking ask the players. It's not fucking hard. Usually somebody on the casting team just asks the players. In all my experience in casting, I would sit down with the players and teams and I would say, how do I say your name if I was confused? And then I would tell the other casters. Did this a lot, especially at the Overwatch World Cup, where we had sit-downs with all of the teams because there were a bunch of players playing for a bunch of countries that we hadn't met before. So we always as a broadcast team figured out how to pronounce it.
Shortly, sub 15 seconds till that's alive, and C9 has control over the top side river. You can see the control wards placed in the brushes. Clean face check. Yeah, it's like one of those moments where you are thinking, all right, well, our engage might just be one of them walks into us. And
by the way, guys, I'm just going to put this out there. It is very funny that a guy... Seekers38, thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate it. So I will say it's very funny that a guy named APA, whose name you could pronounce as Appa, which is dad in Korean, is on a team with 4 Korean players. So they have to call him dad, basically.
And that time they got it.
And I really like he was like flexing on them, you know, being in their face, throwing phosphorus bombs, throwing rockets, and like telling them like, you can't go through here.
Right.
But then the arrow just hit him and there was no Mikhail's nearby, so he just kind of dies.
Yeah. Feels bad, man.
A bit pathetic, I must say, like the way that it's happened.
Sometimes when you're trying
play
to
it so well, and then
just,
that's how it ends.
Yeah, it's just it's a little bit of a tragedy, but for TL now they've got to work with the game that they've got in front of them. 1,300 gold lead for C9, tied up Drake count. APA getting a lot of burst damage there on a Berserker's Ash.
That's what it can look like.
Right, that's the ideal situation.
You cleanse it.
Do you know what APA stands for? Yes, always plan ahead or whatever.
And then you jump away before Brown gets there.
Yes, I know what it stands. I just think it's funny, guys. I just think it's funny that a guy who, if you just phonetically pronounce his name, would be Appa, is dad in Korean, and he plays on a team with a bunch of Koreans.
Hang on.
Okay, Equalizer and Solar Flare both going to be used there for not a whole lot of gain. As now Umpty has to try to get away. Jojo
He's got redemption. He's fine.
But Jojo's already chasing a little too far. Now Core JJ might
Core didn't have to die for that. The Braum value here is so crazy, honestly, guys.
Berserker gets the kill on Core, and Blabber goes golden to try to
nice arm guard.
back into the fight even longer. But a beautiful flame spinner from Impact.
Finally, Impact gets value for that arm guard. He's had it for a while.
Hooks up 2 of them, and Vulcan's about to be dessert. Team Liquid's top laner, the man with the most games in the LCS, just showed you why he's still doing it all these to beat into the fight. They might have to pay for the sins of his own jungler. Flare both going to be used there for not EA, but C9 still holding strong enough.
Teal has so much better standoff power. They have more range. They have more. Hang on.
Okay. Equalizer.
So they chunk out Blabber here. Jojo tries to turn this because he sees Umpty on the side. Core actually flash E's to go in on this, which is not really ideal. He also misses out on the redemption healing, looked like. And they're really over pursuing this. Where the fuck does this Renekton go? What is Thanatos doing? He's just literally getting cooked by by Rumble on the flank. And so it's actually just free backline access here for Impact. He literally can just walk up. We can flash in if he wants to. Dude, Impact gets so much crazy value from that.
He cooks up 2 of them, and Vulcan's about to be dessert. Team Liquid's top laner.
Dude, Thanatos is getting bullied this game.
Just showed you why he's still doing it all these years.
Someone said last week that Rumble wasn't that strong after the nerfs. That must have been a someone who doesn't watch Korea or China. Guys, I can tell you it's still been pretty good.
Now on the Baron, does Jojo...
I don't think he can steal this one, guys.
He's going Krugs, boys. He's going Krugs.
We had 1 Baron steal, but what about second Baron steal? Nope, not this time. I really feel like C9, they had to fight already when Core J was in. He couldn't get out. He was getting slow by Berserker and Vulcan. Hang on. Thanatos might be chased down here.
This is like the most painful way to die, getting chased down by Leona, where you
couldn't get out. He was getting slow by Berserker and
It's alright, Thanatos sacrificing himself for a tier 2 mid lane.
This is like the most painful way to die, getting chased down by Leona, where you can't get away.
He's also going to stagger himself really hard because they should take a while to take out this Renekton. Oh, boy.
Can he get away? Oh, he's going for the wall. He wants to try to use the lizard escape hatch.
And now they're going to give up soul points.
Good job by APA using the fire cannon, extended range there, hitting the blast cone in a good direction for his team.
Yeah, and then nice follow-up Q from Umpty, hitting the snare here, so they all follow through. But here's a look at how it started.
I really feel like Teal shouldn't go so deep. They already had zone, just play with the range. But in here, one champion overcommits. Look at J, he is so dead here. He is slow, and he will never not be slow at this point. I think Sinan takes a free kill here on Core J and just calls it a day. But look at everyone from Sinan, they just flash in. Flabbers in a very deep
Berserker's flash is fucking hilarious. He actually just gets cooked.
Sinan could have taken the small win there, which was Core J for free, and called it a day.
Yep, they could have taken the win. I agree with Ben, and then just played around Baron.
He's just roasting both of them right there, and then he had the Zonias at a perfect time too. This man is so good at League of Legends.
Rumble can be more than just an equalizer sometimes. And Impact is definitely showing us that that is the case.
Okay, Team Liquid, they're still not up a ton of gold, though. It's still only about a 1,000 gold lead separating the teams, as now Impact is going to get caught. Again,
Zonias.
trying to use that stasis to keep himself alive, but there's no way this time. There's no chance the rest.
Nice dodge on the arrow, but it's too much other CC.
Yeah, we got some powerful magics here, boys. There was the magic Ivern for the steal, and now there's the magic curse for Impact getting caught out here after having the huge play in the previous fight. Now it's a 5v4 for C9 for the next 40 seconds.
So Baron is useless, no?
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna respawn and there's 20 seconds on it. So it's like, what do we do with it?
This is the seesaw game. This game is such a seesaw.
They got 1 tower mid.
They have to do this Drake quickly though.
1 tower mid.
Okay.
TP is up.
After
4 more Barons, we can win.
I was gonna say, do Nexus towers count as mid towers still? We have
They
one
do, right?
power per Baron, probably.
Right? I think Nexus towers count as mid, top, and bottom towers.
Okay,
they
so
count for all.
They're a flex roll.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right. So maybe 4.
But you can substitute one Elder Dragon also.
Okay, I'm gonna bomb.
But there's multiple correct answers.
It's beat Barons because the soul is permanent.
We remember back to the what was it? The Energy versus Shopify series with the Elders and Baron trades and souls and all of this same scenario.
In that bell curve, the middle tier is the joke, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's me. That means
You're
I'm
on
the joke.
top of the bell.
I'm the joke in the bell curve.
You're right there.
Oh, man.
50th percentile.
I really think nothing is going to happen in this game until the dragon spawns. It's C9's soul, so TL will definitely not give that one away. Not the best soul of all time.
Well, there is going to be Baron,
But it is
1 minute,
permanent.
one
It's
entire
it is
minute
permanent.
before the soul as well. Do we think we're going to see anything for that Baron preceding the soul, since there's about that 75-second buffer, or no?
I think C9 will be happy to trade Baron and Soul, but they're too far away from each other to trade. So I really think both teams will just kind of like play an ARAM, you know, back and forth up waves, and then.
Okay.
I have faith someone is going in.
Core JJ has flash, dude.
Yep. Here's the ARAM, and
Yeah,
Kill still has
this-
standoff power. If they use APA's fire cannon, they use the Iron Shields.
You actually get the full ARAM experience
arrow.
too, because of the Ivern brushes. Blabber getting caught a little bit, but
This standoff power. If
The
they use
Ash arrows
APA's
have
fire
not been
cannon,
it
they
this
use
whole
the
game.
Iron Shields.
you actually get the full ARAM experience
arrow.
too, because of the Ivern brushes.
Berserker's
Blabber
arrows
getting
have been
caught a little
trashed,
bit, but a
man.
nice use
What
of
like
standoff
what
power.
happens if he even
They use
catches
APA's
impact
fire
here?
cannon, they use the
Somebody
Iron
tell me
Shields.
what happens.
You actually get
Why is he shooting this at impact? Impact has flash, by the way. But what? Tell me what happens if he
full
actually hits
impact.
impact here. What happened? Who can fucking do damage to impact right now? These guys are just going to go into a choke point and then they're going to get collapsed on? Like, why is he shooting it at impact in the first place?
Arrow.
too, because of the Ivern brushes.
Like, they can't even-
Blabber
there's
getting
no
caught a
follow-up
little bit,
there.
but a nice use of the Zonias.
The one thing it does is actually just cause Blabber to use Zonias. By the way, Impact should have Zonias back up too now. Yep.
I have
Impact
faith
has,
someone is
they are
going in.
literally shooting that at a Rumble that has Flash and Zonias up, and they don't have an angle.
Here's the ARAM, and
Yeah,
Kill still has
this-
standoff power. If they use APA's fire cannon, they use the Iron Shields.
You actually get the full ARAM.
There's also, I mean, I was going to point this out, there's also Varus in the front line. Sure, he has Cleanse, right? Probably why he doesn't want to shoot it. It's probably why Yun is positioning so far forward.
Going to prevent most of that follow-up damage from ever connecting. Root Caller plus Daisy, not going to lock
They've
anybody
got
up any
mid-prio,
further
though.
either.
They protected the wave. They've got mid-prio here for TL.
They can cut them off with Equalizer here as well if they try to go to a choke.
And Thanatos with no Dominus is not going to be nearly the threat he would like to be if this turns into a full-blown fight. That was a very powerful blast cone, eating them all forward, and now the Equalizer comes down too while Daisy just keeps punching. C9, yes, they are.
What's my favorite comedy? Like what? Movie, TV series, what?
Nobody's going to die on the way out, but this does mean Team Liquid has total control over the Rift to set up here for a Baron that could be spawning in just 45 seconds.
They do get the big crap here as well. The OP crap.
Movie?
The CCTV crap. It gives
I
you
like a lot of those, like, early
So
to
now
mid
everything is
2000s,
1,000
you know, Ben Stiller movies. I think Tropic Thunder is fucking hilarious. It also has aged extremely well.
Yep.
But any of those movies, like Zoolander, they're all great movies.
It gives you information on what they don't have, what they do have, sorry. Of course, Teal is actually not on Baron here, but Cena doesn't know that.
C9 at least does have the hawk shot there from Berserker to try to...
Do you like Superbad? Yeah,
idea
Superbad's
of
pretty
what's
good.
going on.
We see that
They're like, they're definitely
the
not
Baron is
over there.
completely
Dude, Tropic Thunder is so fucking funny. It's just aged so well,
That's
guys.
the team-wide blue buff.
And we're back in the mid lane.
All right, back to the ARAM.
Here's now when we find out. Someone's going in for sure, right?
75 seconds till the Dragon. Solar Flare. Not going to find the hard CC on any... All right, back to the ARAM.
No love for Airplane's great, man.
Here's now when we find out. Someone's going in for sure, right?
75 seconds till the Dragon. Solar Flare. Not going to find the hard CC on anybody. JoJo trying to trade shots back and forth. Impact caught out here. The stasis prevents any follow-up as JoJo jumps back over the wall. The Equalizer going to cut off any sort of an escape here from C9. Thanatos flashes and forth. Impact caught out here.
So there's a huge line here. They are trying to win a poke war through a bunch of Iron Brushes, which is hilarious. Their escape route gets cut off. They root the Braum. APA's on the flank. They're all getting rooted by Verisalt, right?
Not going to find the hard CC.
They're all getting rooted by Verisalt. Impact gets hit, but There's a wait. Core has Mikhail's, right? No, what cleanses him?
75 seconds till the Dragon. Solar Flare. Not going to find the hard CC on anybody. JoJo trying to trade shots back.
What cleanses him? Oh, dude, Ivern has Mikhail's. Lol.
Back to the A-Rim.
Ivern has Mikhail's. That's so funny.
75 seconds.
I was like looking at Core. I'm like, where's the Mikhail's? Am I going crazy? No, Ivern has it.
Not going to find the hard CC on anybody. JoJo trying to trade.
I don't know. I don't actually know why he Zonia's right there. He must have been spamming Zonia's before the arrow hit. I don't know. That's weird. That's a weird play. There's so many brushes, though. That's the thing. And then the turn with the Varus ult is so huge. They get such great value out of the Varus ult. The fuck is Thanatos doing, man?
Was not coordinated with the rest of the team. Team Liquid now going to look for even more. Berserker is about to die. APA by
oh, the redemption kill!
With the artillery redemption to snipe down the enemy.
Daisy literally 1v2 Blabber and JoJo. Oh, let's see it.
All right, here's now when we find out. Someone's going in for sure, right?
By the way, TL could absolutely be like, I don't know, trying to push bot right now, but it's fine. The wave is pushing into bot, so it's actually in their advantage. Daisy comes out. They're so afraid to walk into the brushes. So the rest of the team, it is just like a 4v3 with the fucking zone, the Rumble ult, keeping them within the range of all of the damage from Corki and Varus. And Daisy just like punching Jojo Pia, knocks Jojo Pia up and triggers Glacial. It's actually crazy. Why the fuck were they? What? This is what I mean. Why is Thanatos going in, man? The redemption kill is so funny, though.
With the artillery redemption to snipe down the enemy AD carry. Vulcan is caught in between the rest of Team Liquid. But meanwhile, back in mid, JoJo's pushing there. I don't think it's going to matter. Team Liquid's got the full 5-man squad marching down top lane.
41069. Thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate you.
Here and try and go for it. JoJo wants to defend.
Thanatos was trying to give bot lane space to run. He doesn't have to flash to do that.
Well, Team Liquid shouldn't be able to win here. I would say, if nothing else, Brand can just suicide and just vomit all his spells into the wave. It's Brand, so I would think that that's going to be successful. But C9, they're going to lose the tier 3, but they hold the inhib.
It's because they want to defend this soul. They do not want to give over the permanent buff here, so they don't stick around for the
Why don't they just do Baron?
On their siege. Off of this
like you can take tier 2 here where the most of the gold is, and now you can just double back to Baron and just take it.
Just keep on pushing.
Like you actually can at this point in time just go to Baron and then set for soul. You don't actually have to push down this meaningless top inhib turret.
Wants to defend, going for the minion wave, trying to cut down on their siege.
Well, Team Liquid shouldn't be able to win here. I would say, if nothing else, Brand can just...
They literally accomplished nothing by taking that turret, and they potentially lose 2 objectives.
But C9, they're going to lose the tier 3, but they hold the inhib.
It's because they want to defend.
You can actually get both here. If you actually just do Baron, you can actually just get both, I think.
Go over here, make sure Cloud9 can't get it. Fully evened up. Max dragons in this game.
Honestly, I'm not sure if the towers top are even worth it, because Teal could have just gone to the Baron and then to the Dragon, but the spawn timers being different. But now C9 has a chance to like rush the Baron here. They know Teal hasn't based yet on multiple of their players, so I think C9 has to push here and just go for the Baron straight up. Just run to it and hit it and right click it. And I think seeing all the players run to it right now, they might be agreeing with me. Fiber definitely looks like he wants to hit the Baron.
TP.
Dandos has TP.
Yeah.
He's still here actually.
All right, it's a couple of TPs coming in from the side of Team Liquid. APA making a pretty deep teleport there, but now a lot of damage on Umpty. JoJo trying to back off at the same time as Blabber goes golden and Impact tries to get away. APA nearly killed. JoJo grabbing the last. Team Liquid, APA making a pretty...
No way.
Fiber definitely looks like he wants to hit the Baron.
Do we just throw the game because we needed to do this?
All right, it's a couple of TPs.
And we're TPing in, and APA takes a terrible TP, has to Valk out immediately.
Teleport there, but now a lot of damage on Umpty.
Dandos has TP.
Yeah.
He's still here actually.
All right, it's a couple of TPs coming in from
So he actually just gets hit by Braum passive immediately. Yun isn't there.
Making a pretty deep teleport there, but now a lot of damage on Umpty. Jojo trying to back off at the same time as Blabber goes golden and Impact tries to get away.
Blabber actually finally got his spells off in a fight.
Team Liquid falls to pieces. It's over. Cloud9 just throttled him in
Really?
mid-lane.
That's how this game ends?
It's just over like that?
It might just be.
Jojo just decides, I'm done with this. He goes in again.
Dude, the AoE on C9 is crazy, right? You have Shiv on Berserker, Shiv on Jojo, Runins on Jojo. You have all of that brand damage. You cannot walk into them. Like, what's so crazy is Team Liquid knows how to play this. We know they did. They were actually putting up the brand brushes. They were not allowing them to get the AoE damage off, and they were winning the poke war with Varus and Corki, and then you just all in. What the fuck, man?
Blabber goes golden and Impact tries to get away. APA nearly killed. Jojo grabbing the last shot on that one. Team Liquid falls to pieces.
What a weird game. I thought the beginning of this game was very interesting, but it got way less interesting as time went on. Team Liquid was lucky they even got to stay in this game after they had to get that Baron steal.
He goes in again. He has been so aggressive on this Zeri.
Also, APH TP was so deep. I feel like he was caught before the fight even started.
Fucking terrible TP.
And now didn't base after they got the team fight win. They have so much gold in their pockets.
It's just Yon. There's 30-second death timers on everybody else. Yon's
Dude,
got
just
his
play
first
range
stand,
advantage.
but I think
What a
it's
terrible
the end
game
of the
from
moment.
TL. They
Just
also should have
wins.
just taken
Team
Baron. Like, why are we fucking
Liquid
around?
are
Like, there's actually just, I mean, they just straight win with Baron too. They have such an insane siege. Like, if you get Baron with like this comp with Ivern brushes, Corki, Varus, right? Leona can do counter engage. You can ult them with, you can clear the wave or ult them under tower with Rumble ult. They have such a good siege comp.
It was a slugfest, but C9 is still standing when the bell rings at the end of round 1.
I thought the first part of that game was really good, but man, it got sloppy.
I don't know.
APA had a funky game as well.
Me? I mean, I'm Korean, right? So I came States and then I learn about like English or
No risk, no risk.
All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back. All right. Strim frozen? No.
Yes, we're not letting it through.
They're 1-0. We don't need to take any risk, guys.
They're just trying to get it across the finish
All right,
line.
we're just giving him Rumble every game, okay? Bold choice. Nope. We gave him the Ezreal.
And they still go
In the game. Also, and then Ash, Brown.
So we can still take Rumble here. Maokai, Corky. Oh, we're just, it's just the Rumble falls all the way through. Crazy.
Now the question is, Thanos has played 8 of his 11 games.
No
on
Nidalee ban, but they're still prioritizing this Juani.
this game.
Not this.
The Camille.
Top last pick. To be
So how do you feel about Impact's Jax? Because that has been another thing that Team Liquid have kept in the wings, and they are very willing to lane.
They're like actually just banning out the entire composition they played last time. I agree with the Braum ban. They should have banned Braum in the second round last time.
Swap as
Yeah.
So I like these adaptations by Team Liquid.
What they can. The Bard ban is interesting. I will say Koji can pick something like Karma or Bard blind pick when he has Ezreal and Maokai in his team. He has tank already and CC already.
All right, Team Liquid, what's this last ban going to be? Will we continue to see more targeting of this support role?
It's Cassante. Now it's Cassante blind to look an angle.
If he goes, it is Koji picks.
Okay.
It's deal.
Strong front line on the side of C9.
Okay, we're just saving. What is Vulcan's secret fucking support here?
No, you're not believing this?
No, this is not happening. I don't.
Back to the Mordekaiser. You love to see it. Impact Legacy Mordekaiser player. We still see it picked into. I mean, Zayas did this into Keen in the T1 versus Genji series as well.
We're going to be talking about that one. Do you remember back to Impact's already Mordekaiser? Like he turbo stomped. That was a true 1v9 game. So definitely have confidence in this pick.
One thing is when you have tank junglers like Max Johnny, the support.
Well, we just saved R5 for Lulu, so we could play. What the fuck is Ashe Lulu?
So then it's time to play Karma and Lulu and Bard and Seraphine.
All these champions that Zeri.
Play Heimer. Play Ashe Heimer. Play Ashe Heimer. Why are we not playing Ashe Heimer into as Karma? Don't we remember this from a couple years ago? Just play Heimer. Vulcan.
Loves working with, because when Zeri was terrorizing the game at the top of
whatever,
every
man,
single tier list, she loved having those enchanters, the Pocket Lulu or the Yumi or anything else that can just buff her up and make her a raid boss, and that's what we're.
Lulu is actually just bad here. Lulu is actually just bad. The Lulu has no value, okay? Like, you have to ask yourself, what is Lulu good into? Well, it would be good if people were actually pressuring your backline so you could use Poly and Wild Growth, right? Who's pressuring your backline? Who is it? Who is it? It's literally a poke comp. Like, Maokai doesn't go in. He's there to peel and to press R. Mord. No, incorrect. If you Mord is just gonna, he's there to peel. And you can't poly him if he took somebody into the death realm. You know what I mean? Like there's literally nobody to poly. Like Heimerdinger is legit way better here for Cloud9, in my opinion. Also gives you the kind of lane matchup that you actually want, where you're not getting your shit pushed in by Ez Karma.
Kite out these fights.
It's Lulu. 1 million.
Yeah, but Zeri Lulu is only good in circumstances like if you play Zeri Lulu when you're playing in, obviously they're not in lane together, but even in late game, like if they have a Leona or an Alistar, okay, fine.
It's just like a remix to a song. It's still the same song. It's just like slightly different.
And I would say
Dude, Lulu is such an underwhelming R5 pick.
Very mid. Now to have a Lulu with you later as well, the mid lane matchup, I feel like that's got to be some C9 favored. So impact on Mordekaiser, he literally picks a true 1v9.
Like, I don't know. So here are my thoughts, guys. Either you pick Heimer or something useful, or you pick Alistar, right? And then you lane swap. Because you already want to lane swap with them against the Mordekaiser anyway.
See if he can do that again.
Vulcan on Enchantress, underwhelming player, exactly. He's good on Alistar and like not great on anything else. Rebirth still committing crimes against fashion.
Although Karma is very good lane swaps because she can gank middle one.
Right, yeah, you can be a total terror.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Let's see if Team Liquid can take us to a third game, or if C9 can 2-0 the Team Liquid squad.
Where's the donger, man?
5 members bottom lane to get prio on that bot side.
This is really common when you play
How does
Conrad,
C9 even
because
deal
you
with
wanna
Mao
have one
disengage? They
guy-
don't. That's the other problem is like, sure, you have non-committal engage with Ashe and Sejuani ults, but literally you have speed boost, you have shield from Karma, speed boost from Karma. Mordekaiser can just R somebody if they engage you, and Maokai just presses R and that's it. I really don't like C9's comp.
In the right side on the lane, and one guy near the flag where Jan is right now. So when they come into lane, you can throw your spells at them.
Oh, the fans are
I
getting
missed
it.
this. I missed this so
The
much.
fans are fighting as hard as the teams are, man.
I love that.
For some reason, they're louder yesterday and today than they were yesterday.
Yeah,
I don't know why that is.
For some weird reason.
It's just your
You guys almost lose when I'm trolling.
headset, man.
Yeah,
It changes,
it's not
changes the noise volume and stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. You
Also,
go-
3 losing lanes. No, I'm pretty sure Zeri wins the Corki lane. That's what I've learned from watching this matchup a bunch recently.
He misspells everything because he's just got to get it out there. Yeah, APM matters more than spelling.
That's the hip fire type. Not putting extra aim into
Why do we
it,
show this?
but
It's
the
fun.
Invade for the lane swap. Sven, you did not beg hard enough.
Oh, come on, man.
It's a million times better than showing dumbass
Some fist
tweets.
fighting. Wait, this could be good for C9 though.
Yeah,
They can't-
Team Liquid just trying to
Impact.
get a little bit too close here. Yeah.
Guys, if we're gonna lane swap, why did we pick Lulu? If the whole plan was to lane swap, why did we R5 Lulu? I thought they R5 Lulu so that they would actually have some amount of pressure into Karma Ez. Why didn't we just pick Alistar?
Immediately blowing the flash on the Mordekaiser at level 1, really big since this champion has no escape mechanisms of his own. Could be very easy to set up a play while this
Or
cooldown is
literally
not available.
anything else. Like
Vulcan is just going to
if we were
stick
just
around
gonna
and
lane
continue
swap,
harassing Impact, keeping him away,
What the
trying
fuck,
to slow
man?
down this jungle start of Umpty and Impact
well, Karma
together.
can be really
Meanwhile, back in
annoying
the
with
mid lane,
empowered
Jojo
Qs in
just
mid lane
taking
right
shots
now.
at APA, already with control over the lane. Core JJ coming in from the side. Meanwhile, the continued takeover of the enemy jungle happens for C9 as they'll steal away the Wolf Camp too.
Small wolf win though.
Pretty
for
sure they
Umpty.
hard lose to
Able
Karma
to,
Ez.
get
Well, if
him,
they're
and
gonna hard
Ashe is
lose,
the
then like
icon
why
there.
pick
Core JJ
Lulu?
Trying to help out APA mid.
What's the
as
what is
well.
this Lulu supposed to do? The Lulu pick
I
is
will say,
really
I
bad.
hate lane swaps, but it is good for C9 lane swap because they do lose bot in early game. So why
I
not?
trust Sven on this.
All right.
I
He
mean, why
admits
not?
it.
Yeah.
All right.
It's messed up, but it is what it is.
Under torture, Sven had to admit. All right, well, we got the extra 2 little small wolves, but that's about it as far as the little skirmish there. Of course, Impact now with no flash, but top laner is going to have a struggle time anyway. He actually walks up under the tower and cancels Thanatos'
Can they
recall.
He has no flash.
I don't think they can. That's 3.
Berserker is level 3. Vulcan's going to take the turret aggro here with a start. All right, yeah, Impact
fine.
is
It's
still
fine.
staying alive for now. TP coming in, Impact down
Oh
to
my
200
god, the
HP,
TP.
but with the teleport, there's
That
no
was-
way that C9 can continue this.
Pretty sure that was unnecessary.
All right, yeah, Impact
fine.
is
It's
still
fine.
staying alive for now. TP coming in, Impact down to 200 HP, but
Okay,
with
he
the
was-
teleport, there's no way that C9 can continue this, so AP...
I mean, they do have a pressure in mid lane
See how quickly
because they
the,
pushed JoJo out
push
by
is
having
that
Karma
tries to
mid,
punish
so
that
maybe there is
Vulcan
some
on the
level of
side.
value there,
down,
but
that's
it feels
not
pretty
lane.
bad.
What spell he has skilled yet? If he has W, I think they can't dive him.
They
in
should,
his
have
W.
Impact teleport mid too, so they
Oh,
don't
okay.
drop the...
So both mids TP to the top lane.
What the fuck? I've literally never seen this before, guys. Impact then TP's mid.
This is not bad, I think, for Team Liquid.
It's
They
quite
took a
good for
small
Team
lead
Liquid, weirdly enough,
this
because they
whole
actually are
situation
farming
and
3 lanes right
experience
now
that
compared to 2.
In their scenarios, correct for both teams, trying to not lose out on any of the extra waves there. Impacts is level 3 though, is probably the big difference here.
Right.
To a level 1.
Yeah. Then it does will get level 2 shortly.
One small thing is that Blabber got a lot more camps than Umti, so Teal needs to secure all the jungle camps here for Umti. I think they will be able to. Blabber is coming with Vulcan from base, and Young hasn't based yet. As you can see, he hovering around here. Umti will get at least 2 camps and the crab.
I can tell you're having fun with the lane swaps, man. focus.
Oh yeah. there's a hard rule in lane swaps that no matter what happens, your jungler must never fall behind, because then the whole game suffers afterwards. But Umti only lost one camp, I believe, out of this whole thing. Blabber will get a Grump lead, a massive lead for C9 here.
Oh yeah, absolutely, just unassailable.
I will say Grump must be like the most feels good camp to kill, right?
Oh yeah, just
Like a big,
one target.
fat Grump.
His damage falls off as he goes. He's just a loot pinata.
It just feels good to kill the Grump.
Yeah, it's like you pop a balloon.
Wait, why does it feel so good? What's the Gromp hate?
I mean, it's nothing personal to Grump, you know. It just looks juicy. Like, what can I do? I'm a hate carrier.
Juicy Grump.
I walk by the Grump. It's low HP. I'm like, oh.
you just want to see that triple-digit gold pop up, like plus 102 or something.
Ben is window shopping the Gromp every time he walks by, back the lane.
Speak as doing the Grump as I'm walking by. I'm like, oh man.
Actually, I really do want to check in on that bottom lane because you mentioned how important the lane phase was, especially when you have the poke duo of the Ezreal Karma here.
This lane is like, whoever is pushing can maintain push.
Yeah, Impact has a pretty good advantage. So, like, right now, Team Liquid comes with a slight lead as a result of using their TPs better. Kind of a weird scenario early game, but Team Liquid played it well. Yeah, Sven's super funny, guys. He's a really nice guy. I like him a lot.
For Berserker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but I had to. Then he can dodge skill set more efficiently with the Fleet Footwork as well. But now he's here, it's more like a... Yeah. You just have to dodge every spell to win. And if you don't dodge them, nothing happens. But if you get hit by them, it's bad.
Right.
So it's like, you can never win.
Yeah, that's why CoreJJ went with the sweeper really early on, so you can sweep those side brush, so you can get those skill shots off.
Also, of course, Blabber is top side, which C9 knows, but they didn't see Umti until... they don't even see him, actually, even though he's right next to Blabber. They didn't see him now, right? Then they start playing the game. But until this moment, they didn't see him.
Okay. Umti wants to at least challenge, just do...
Nice Q smite. He's going to take one away.
But it's not going to happen. Blabber got the
Impact
first
not
one.
6 yet.
Oh,
wow. He actually forces Blabber out. Blabber has no smite.
One is pretty good for him, considering he has losing mid and top matchups. So not bad for C9.
Yeah.
The first one.
Then they start playing, of course, Blabber. But until this moment, they didn't see him.
Okay. Umti wants to at least challenge, just
Oh, that was Blabber smite. Sorry.
do a quick
My
smite
bad.
skill on a single grub, but it's not going to happen. Blabber got the first one, but Umti can now control the pit, take the next two, so...
I will say Blabber getting one is pretty good for him, considering he has losing mid and top.
Yeah, the thing is, Impact got a lot more farm because he was actually able to farm solo in the mid lane for a while there, so they actually can't contest. It's going to be really quite dangerous, I think, for Thanatos on the top side soon. Like, this lead should be expanding for Impact. This is a very good situation.
It matters more if you get XP or gold. AD carries, like, they might like gold more than experience, but top laners like experience. And Thanatos is the third lowest of all the people in the game.
Blabber's actually kind of lucky to even get a grub there.
Top lane champs goes is like, oh, I'm level 6 now. Guess what? I'm God. See if I can take you to the death realm. Thanatos has to back off.
If Impact gets like more items this game, I think he actually will 1v2 Thanatos and Blabber on side lane.
Oh yeah, it's not like you've got a ton of
1v2.
Yeah, right. 1v1 and then 1v1 again right after.
Yeah, exactly.
This could become a serious problem, especially considering. I mean, remember back to game number 1, Thanatos didn't have a really good game, right? Like he kind of.
Well, OJ wasn't allowing it.
Yeah, there's
the support summoner spell. Impact have made good.
Turns out that's pretty OP summoner spell to have.
Impact had 2 junglers last game. Is that fair?
No, not even remotely. That's why Thanatos had a bad game.
I thought Freak said he was making the game more about 1v1 top lane.
But which team won? The other team won. So top lane. I mean, you point at the scoreboard.
Vulcan getting mid and Koja getting top, and C9 won. Does that mean mid's more OP than top?
Actually, we have a really good stat for that. Thanks for bringing this up. Because our jungler proximities for these two teams are so categorically different. If we can pull up those jungle proxies for Blabber and Umti, look at that. First place, 20%.
Isn't that just a story of Impact? Like, honestly.
It's a little annoying because these are reversed, right? So Blabber's on the Team TL side and Umti's on the C9 side.
Like,
meanwhile, the Umti 20% around mid lane, around APA is huge compared to Blabber, like you're talking about, for him up there with Impact. So
okay.
Yeah,
hitting all his skill shots.
Jojo got disrespectful there, just walking right in front of APA, getting absolutely thumped in damage.
The arrow.
While bottom lane, CoreJJ's got to be a little bit careful here, trying to get out after using the heal. Vulcan and Berserker in hot pursuit, but both junglers are ready to show up. Vulcan and Berserker got to try to get away now, but they're immediately chasing after. Team Liquid still trying to get a kill here as Blabber tries to get over the wall here with a flash. He gets the distance. Yo! To go in for him, it's going to be 2! Make it 3! Team Liquid still trying to get a kill here as Blabber tries to get...
Dude, I love this play by Yun, actually. Like, the commitment of the commitment with the E afterwards.
To go in for him now, but they're immediately... Lane, CoreJJ's got to be a little bit careful here, trying to get out after using...
Though, abandoning the Krugs just to respond to this is super good. Right? Because you get rooted, he actually, I mean, Berserker cleanses both the chain and the Maokai ult with that.
Absolutely thumped in damage.
CoreJ's flash is also really good here. He actually doesn't have to, Yun crucially doesn't have to use E that entire time. And arrow is used on CoreJJ, so they blow all the flashes. Blabber's trying to find that angle over the wall to flash, right? Yun actually just uses Arcane Shift, which also adds damage. As he goes in, Core flashes. Mantra Q. Nicely played.
C9 going way too hard there with no information on where Umti was.
The fact that Yun kept to both his subs through that is crazy. That's really good discipline that he saved his E, I think.
Goodness, Yawn and CoreJJ right over the wall. They're going to have summoner spell advantages too. Yawn was able to...
That's very good discipline from Yun.
Because they're pinging the Sejuani now. I love how early we started that replay. They were pinging the Sejuani so early on. That was the
damage. This wasn't good for the 2v2, right? Like, even without the junglers being here, this wasn't good for C9.
They also blew so many sums onto this Karma.
Damage. This wasn't good for the 2v2, right? Like, even without the junglers being here, this wasn't good for C9 in any way. It's a slow chase.
Because they use Asher onto Karma, they use Sejuani ult onto Karma, and they never get the kill.
Good for the 2v2, right? Like, even without the junglers being here, this wasn't good for C9 in any way. It's a slow chase. I think C9 honestly had to just sell Blabber here, just leave and let him die. I think Vulcan and Berserker didn't have to die here in this clip. They all try to help their jungler, which man, the Mantra Q. I get behind it, right?
Mantra Q is huge there. Really well played by TL.
One kill at most.
Yeah.
Great follow-up.
Telegraphed, they had early pings on Umti coming down, and so then you're engaging into it with...
Now he's happy. Oh, hello.
And Team Liquid's about to be even happier. Blabber.
What the fuck are Yun and CoreJJ doing at enemy red?
Trying to grab his red buff. One last shot over the wall. Yawn is 3-0-1, not even 10 minutes into the game, and TL is up 3,000 gold.
That is crazy. The TL bottom lane just went and assassinated the enemy jungle, ganked him in his own jungle, and now they're ganking mid lane. Yawn and CoreJJ are on a warpath this game.
Almost every game TL plays, APA is on silent at 10 minutes. Every game. And they play for second grubs with him having TP. He used it bot in this case, actually. But I like having the strongest people mid. It's good.
It's one of the best things that people always compliment about TL is how they play once they get their early leads. We showed the stats early on how Cloud9 have the bigger early game leads, but TL have been
Grabs
much
15
more
seconds,
methodical about them. So rotating them into mid lane to allow their giant lead that they just got 3 kills on bottom lane to support the invade actually just blows the game wide open.
Amber in, hang on.
Oh, that was a close arrow, but all it was the warning shot.
Well, it doesn't matter if Core dies.
And CoreJJ
Hilarious trade this for a bazillion grubs.
Here with the first kill going over to Berserker, but at the same time, Umti's on the other side of the map, grabbing the rest of the grubs for TL.
I like CoreJJ defending bot lane while his John's doing the grubs, because he knows C9 won't contest the grubs, given how fed Yawn is, but he shouldn't go further than the tri-push. He should always just be like behind the tower, hovering AP if he's gonna get dove. Small mistake from TL here. I think they should have been dropping the dragon in this game.
Very late first Drake.
But CoreJJ getting caught. Nice play from C9. They knew they couldn't fight grubs, so they go bot side, find a pick, find a dragon. They're playing well, despite how doomed the game really is right now.
They're playing well after they weren't.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
The initial part, not great, but they're recovering well.
Yeah. Look at that double Triforce, all blue numbers for TL, and Teal is very good at this part of the game. Where they're ahead, they don't make any mistakes besides what Coach did.
Wait a second.
Almost no mistake.
Well, the thing about it, though, is that there was a price to this, right? Because when they go take Drake, it limits their ability to actually try and fight for mid-wave. So if you look at this, they have to commit their bot side to pressure and their bot side to Drake damage, which means now there's nobody mid-wave. So sure, you got a Drake and you got that kill, but you lost 2 plates and your mid lane turret. So
Got it.
it's not like the Drake was free.
Israel, again, the nerf
It wasn't. You literally lost 3 grubs and a mid lane tier 1.
And he's so far ahead. The extra gold is going to be massive here. They fully
So you
took
fall
the
behind on map
turret
pressure
12
too.
minutes into the game, and now they can just transfer that pressure to bottom lane. There they go.
No TP top.
APA leading the charge here. Flashing back over to the
And like this is all a result of the counterplay that happened, right? Because they spent a lot of time at Drake. So now TL has tempo. They're able to very efficiently push up. Then they can sweep through for vision on the bot side and set up a bot dive. So like that Drake was actually extremely expensive for Cloud9.
4v2 from an easy couple of kills. Yawn goes on a rampage.
Totally worth giving it up, honestly.
Sidestep on the True Shot Barrage to be able to barely escape, but it's still +1 for Team Liquid. 4,000 gold lead at 12.5 minutes.
Yeah, this part of the game comes very hard for C9 because they have only one play. They can't go in, go top right. Impact won't die. Yon has cleanse against.
Like if you actually think about the net gold swing of this play, like
Game and Team Liquid's about to be even.
Ganking mid lane. Yon and Core JJ are on a warpath this game.
so
To support
Core
the mid
JJ
lane.
rotates bot side. He's trying to
actually
prevent a
just
dive
blows
or a
the
cross map
game.
play. They're 3,000 gold.
Play.
And they basically are plus
C9 can't kill
plus
Yon's cleanse.
1,500 gold. They basically traded that Drake for 1,500 gold and 2 turrets, right? The map pressure, especially tier 1 and mid, is huge. Because now they can just play for Herald in a minute and snowball this lead. So, I mean, net advantage there is huge to Team Liquid, I think.
I was wondering. I was just about to make a comment on how long it would be before we saw the yap.
Oh, yep, it's time.
Oh, it's time. APA is like, my AD carry is turbo fed. Time to make the most of it.
APA is doing nothing in the whole game.
Yeah,
just getting carried by ball indifference. Yep, I'm the GOAT.
Plus, they got the perma Void Grub
If I
buff.
type now, they'll think that Yon is me. That Ezreal was in mid lane.
Oh,
The all chat? What was the all chat?
I've been there.
I was wondering. I was just about to make a comment on how long it would.
I thought you guys were early game team.
Just getting carried by ball indifference. Yep, I'm the GOAT.
That's the long range support.
He's like, maybe if I type now, they'll think that Yon is me. That Ezreal undefeated and
Spy
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that. That's not much.
I call them
Someone-
patient plays.
This will work or will not work.
He's cooking a very slow simmering stew.
But now it's so obvious that he's here because he's not anywhere else, right?
So basically, they've traded Elemental Drake for Classic Dragon. That's right. Fire Element. That's funny.
Check one bush.
DL 4 people and Herald.
I
Like
think this is a. Oh, the bomb saw him. His.
he is there, but doesn't matter.
Look,
If
he checked the bush. Check one bush.
DL 4 people and Herald.
I
Like
think this is a. Oh, the bomb saw him. His. Goodbye, Blabber.
Yeah, Blabber is now on the wrong side of the rift.
Great play by Blabber here. Literally nobody here to set up this play. Literally nobody. Literally nobody. You give up Herald,
simmering stew.
But now it's so obvious that he's here.
right? You give up Herald to set up this play. But guys,
Well,
what if they just used Herald here? So if they use Herald and the tower dies and then they're pushing up, who the fuck is going to come to follow up this play? It's not unlucky. It's not unlucky. Like you don't have to make. There is no way to make this play. As soon as Herald is dropped, there isn't. You need to recall right now.
matter if
You literally cannot make this play. Maokai ult is up and that turret is dead.
I think this is a.
And so even if your friends are coming, they're dealing with a Herald plus a Maokai ult and a pushing minion wave. Blabber trolls this. He trolls it. There's no follow-up. Ashe is in base. Ashe is in base.
The rift. Patience is sometimes not a virtue, I guess, as he tries to escape to the enemy.
Oh, and they just killed JoJo for funsies. Jesus Christ. What Cloud9 fucking sucks, man. Fuck this team. This team is such fraud.
Still chasing after the enemy jungler as Umpty tries to get away the twisted advance under the red buff to escape. As
How did he get spotted? Fossbomb reveals brushes. It sits there and reveals brushes.
Trying to steal the enemy wolf camp. Core JJ is going to try to farm Blabber as he wants to poke him off a little bit here.
Patient play, boys. Take notes.
Hold on. Let's hold on. We still got. Wait, it's another split screen thing. Thanatos almost died down in the bottom lane. APA is going to take him low. APA still maintaining that side lane presence that we're talking about. Blabber's still trying to maybe get an exit. No! Yawn from up in the top lane. Tri-brush lines.
I think Berserker is the most.
Is late. The chains.
God, this game is mega over.
I think some sort of an angle here, but the only angle is right back to the spawn platform.
Dude, the Maokai ult value has been fucking crazy this game.
Is just gonna drop too. I think C9's going next on this one. Team
Trying to do something. Focus on next game. Yeah.
I mean, at least this does give us another game of this series.
I see this
best
as an
of threes,
absolute win.
baby. He rotated right into the hands of the AD carry.
Oh, he actually got stunned by Arrow.
Yeah, Impact gets stunned, but he's still got his death realm here. JoJo versus Impact in a 1v1. Impact looks to bring down the hammer. He ain't gonna find the mark, but he survives long enough to get
the timing on that Maokai ult too, as Impact was coming out of his ult, is crazy.
Making sure that C9 has no further offensive plans, but JoJo's got a nice snipe to make sure they at least get something.
And a bounty bot as well. Winnable. No, it's not. Don't get twisted, guys. It's not winnable.
Hey,
still lost. Don't vote no on the FF vote. This is where in solo queue someone's like, "Oh, we can win, guys." No, we cannot.
We're scaling.
I always remember that you've got a game where it's 20-2 or something. You get one turret, and all of a sudden it's 3 no's.
It's whoever just got the bounty, whoever just got that one kill.
Disconnect from
Umpty's just flying over the wall with the blast cone. Yawn's right behind him, they're ready to go. They found JoJo, and that's who they're going to commit to. He tries to get away, but the Karma Tether's ready to lock him up here yet again. True Shot Barrage with a massive amount of damage into the Cloud9 health bars. Thanatos.
Dude, the range diff is just so crazy in both these games. Team Liquid should have had both these games in the bag, man.
Team Liquid, they might not have found any kills, but
bad flash by APA, but whatever. Go bad.
He flashed to rocket the minions there.
Did it suck, that flash?
Got blocked a little bit. Yeah, you could say. Lag.
It's really great how reinvigorated Umpty has been on Team Liquid. Dude, he was good last year. He was good on Brion. He was the only reason they were ever doing anything. He was always a good player. Just on a bad team with bums for teammates.
This is the Baron to decide. Let's see. Blabber has... Oh, his flash is a...
Also, I hate to tell you this. Captain Hat, he's also playing in NA.
Couple seconds away, he couldn't even go suicide steal if he wanted.
Don't think it matters. Impact has the Death Realm available.
Yeah, there's just no way.
Unfortunately, just is nothing they can do.
Blabber cannot reach it.
Heal covers 2 anti-fun, no?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're just not allowed to even try to go for the YOLO.
They're so tryhard, no? C9 gave TL a chance to steal Baron last game.
I mean, this is the match.
Umpty has been reinvigorated by playing with a garbage against garbage players in a garbage league, guys. He's been reinvigorated.
We will inform Dignitas that you two
don't tell me the truth. All right, sorry. Yes, Umpty surely is. He's much better than he used to be.
Anyways, Impact defending the bot wave. Looks like TL wants to send it down mid and bot here with their Baron setup. They don't have TPs anymore, so they kind of have to just send it 2 lanes. You can't play 3 lanes without TPs.
Oh, you only follow LCK. It was good to see how validated he felt when he won Spring. Yeah, I mean, that's great. Look, I am happy for Umpty. I think it's better that he is on Team Liquid than Brion.
Get towers.
Fuck Brion, man.
They couldn't do it in the first game. This game.
Shit-ass meme team.
Well, JoJo's just going to try to hold him off as long as he can, but it's pretty tough. The Baron buff, everybody on TL looking to overload this bottom side.
I wish they could delete some teams from the LCK too. Just get rid of Brion and Nongshim, please. Just delete them.
He's like, you guys suck. I'm going to.
Yeah, Berserker's looking
DRX can go too.
That sweet 500 gold objective bounty on the tier 1 turret, and it's going to cost the tier 3 mid. It's going to cost the mid lane inhibitor, but it's not really like C9 can do.
Are you viewing Bro beating KT? Probably not. I watched that yesterday by myself.
Lane inhibitor is your next target, and Team Liquid is not slowing down. C9 Ooh, right.
And as the number one KT hater,
So now that bottom lane tier 3 is gone. The bottom lane
I was
inhibitor
doing
is your next
unspeakable
target, and
things to
Team
myself
Liquid
while
is
watching
not
it, so I can't
slowing
rebroadcast
down.
that. Sorry.
C9. Ooh, right through the goalpost. That one doesn't feel very good. Berserker's nearly dead anyway. Blabber's about to drop here too, as Thanatos has to continue trying to use that footwork to get on back behind the turrets. But there's only one
Berserker's
left.
arrows were asked this game. What about last game, where they were also
They're
asked?
Still pushing with a 5-man effort. Thanatos, the Cassante can't even frontline, man. C9 just has nothing left in the tank here this second game. Blabber just gonna keep trying.
Well, they actually played poke this game instead of just randomly TPing in and inting, so good job.
If you pick a comp like this, you fall behind, you just can't do anything.
Yes, you cannot do it. Zen is right. You cannot do anything. But also, you shouldn't pick comps like that.
Oh, never mind.
All right, so Cloud9, they still want the Sejuani. No Ziggs, no Callista, no Ashe. Kane Italy banned again. So the Renekton and Braum are still up, but we've swapped sides. So first game with T-Liquid on this side. Aurora.
Aurora and Ezreal, perhaps.
And he does any of the other ADs on the patch. How heavily do they feel like they need to prioritize that for him?
I think now with the Ashe ban, it's even more priority pick. I don't think there's anything against on this patch against Ezreal besides Callista and Ashe, which C9 banned both.
Nah, not picking Ezreal here first is really weird. Why are we first picking Sejuani?
So they don't even care if C9 gets
All right, it's fine.
Tweeted out before this game.
Renekton Sejuani, the old classic, and we're just gonna blind to Yone, guys. We're just blinding Yone. His early game was buffed on this patch, but his cooldown on his ult is now significantly longer at levels 2 and 3.
We gotta get both sides of the equation. Sven is looking it
Dude, Cloud9 hates range. They don't understand how important range is here. This quirky pick is free. Yep, okay, it's just free. Ban Braum. Ban Braum. Team Liquid. Ban Braum. Braum. Oh, who cares? Dude, who cares about Zer? Who cares about Zer? Ban Braum.
It is definitely always time to fist fight.
What does Berserker play when they ban Seri here? And
like lane phase too hard versus Yon Ezreal and Yannick
Braum.
Champion and
Oh, come on.
Lane. What if you just don't
What?
play?
Just ban Braum.
But I really want my 1v1 with my Sejuani jungle and my top side to be the...
Just ban. What? Well. Why did Cloud9 ban Braum? Because they're all melee, maybe? I mean, Cloud9 must have banned it because they're all melee. But I think I would have taken Braum if I was Cloud9. I would have let them pick Leona. They're going to pick Leona here, right?
Ban Rumble. We don't ban Rumble. Okay. So now TL can get Maokai, Jhin, Rumble, which I know
We're not playing Jhin.
Jhin isn't so good against the champs Jhin has.
We're not playing Jhin.
Helpless, so to speak.
Guys, they already have 280 carries. They're not picking Jhin.
Stand there and open up your gun.
And then ult you, and you're like, oh shit.
Then, like, what do you do with all those 80 carries?
Wait,
They
hold
have
on, hold
Ezreal
on.
and Corki already, too.
It's just messed up at this point.
Yeah. They're just they know people. He's just taunting.
Look at his face.
Yeah, it's just a Jax.
He's not even getting enjoyment out
I
of
will
it.
say that Jax is pretty good against that triple melee comp from C9.
Yes, Jax is incredibly good here.
MF here or
Okay, we're
something
back
like,
on MF
you know,
bullshit.
MF or Jhin.
So here's the reason why. They banned Braum because they're like, uh-oh, what do we have to play? We have to play MF. So we're banning Braum because it's MF and also 3 melee champs. Easy Braum ult. You know what I mean?
Tier 80 carries, we play one, all the good champs are banned. Combo is
Berserker.
Oh, what? I thought it was a Braum ban because they were picking MF.
Indeed.
I will say, I was gonna say it's comp sucked, but this is good. I need some range champs. You can't.
They have no range. They literally, the range is the culling. It's literally just the culling. Lucian can't walk up, guys. Okay, let me explain to you guys how this works. The way you play Lucian Nami is Lucian has to walk up to deal damage. If he walks up, he gets hit by Maokai W, or he gets engaged, he just gets rocketed / mystic shotted, or he gets engaged on by Jax. You know what I do here, guys? Maybe I just play Maokai support and I pick Vi. Because if you pick Vi here and you flex... Oh, Nautilus is good too. Nautilus is great. I'm dumb. You can also just play Nautilus. Because now you have 2 targeted CC abilities, Maokai W plus Nautilus R on Lucian. They can never walk up ever.
Half full send can win.
Okay. Half send.
Yes.
Half send, full send, and kite back.
Exactly.
Dude, another spawn.
Kite? Is that our formula?
Another spawn draft masterclass here. By the way.
Yes.
Half send, full send, and kite back.
Exactly.
The Nautilus is such crazy value here.
Formula?
Yeah, it sounds weird, but check it out.
Like, okay, so it's another poke comp. TL has proven that they can actually play these things right. They have massive disengage, Maokai, Jax, Ivern. Both of their ADCs have mobility. What the fuck is this Renekton supposed to do this game? There's triple melee. We blinded Yone when they definitely were going to take Corki, by the way. And then we picked no range here. So they stand there and look at them while they shoot rockets. If there's an engage, it doesn't matter if you hit Glacial Prison or not or Nami ult, because Maokai just ults in response. So as long as just saves R for Tidal Wave and Glacial Prison, it's over.
Well,
it's over.
The Nautilus, so you have Nautilus clicking on Lucian, and then Maokai ultimate following up the Nautilus ult that has been clicked on your head. So good luck with your kite plan.
So usually Jax
Locked in the Nautilus, so you have Nautilus.
Exactly.
Top send bot kite. Is that our formula?
Yeah, it sounds weird, but checks out.
Well, they locked in.
I don't think it does check out, Sven.
Clicking on Lucian, and then Maokai ultimate following up
yes.
the Nautilus ult that has been clicked on your head.
Dude,
So
it's actually impossible to play Lucian in this game, guys.
Actually winning his Renekton top lane, it's more like a spicy matchup where like
he has to be able to play in the front and trade aggressively, and he cannot do that. That's the whole purpose of Lucian Nami.
Yeah, I think that based on what we've seen in the first couple of games, particularly game 1, I think that the secret weapon might just be Core JJ here in the top lane if it goes the way that Impact would want it to.
Yeah, he might be better, but I have Core JJ.
Yeah, we'll see if Thanatos can have any more of a pop-off performance this game if he just continues to get targeted again. The power of the Sejuani with both of these solo
It's not just a Lucian problem. It's a Lucian, like, Yone, Renekton, Sejuani problem. Like, so basically, here's the win condition for Cloud9, guys. You have Sejuani Renek and you have Sejuani Yone. Maybe you can just, like, crazy snowball one of these lanes. Maybe. The synergy in ganks is good. But you're also playing into Jax and Corki, which have built-in escape mechanisms. So it feels like Team Liquid has to play too aggressively to make that happen.
If they start to fall to poke and
High isn't drafted, guys. High is not a coach. They just don't have another coach to put on stage.
Sees that dream end at the end of this one. You can see the best splits in LCS history from different orgs on your screen there. 2020 C9 Spring, 17-1.
That's me.
But we got, yeah, look at that. I was about to shout you out, but you were already on top of it, man.
Oh, I love top of myself, you know. You don't know that.
He's got that covered.
Yeah. Taken care of.
Meanwhile, we did see a grasp proc here for Impact. So is the lane's just over now, right?
Wait, we see both AD carries running top. Actually, could this be the future of lane swaps where both lines end up top?
I was getting kind of dizzy there with the.
So remember also that pre-level 3, Lucian Nami is terrible.
Double lane swap.
Or maybe both teams want to lane swap and then
no, they don't. I don't think Ezreal. I think Ezreal Nautilus is calling the Lucian Nami lane swap. Lucian Nami lane is not strong pre-3.
Like, what if
awkward?
That's kind of. I feel like TL should want this swap more and see.
Yeah, I think it's a Cloud9 call. Is what it feels like.
And then Core JJ shows up here and they're like, wait, what are you doing here?
Yeah, okay, so Core JJ gets spotted. He's going to walk back out.
The next.
Interesting. So let's watch how this plays out. Ezreal is still hidden in top side. Pings onto Ezreal.
What happened to the game I love?
He hasn't autoed the wave yet. They're trying to zone him out.
Yeah. I blame Freak.
You blame Freak for a lot of stuff.
That is true. Factually true.
But okay, so we will have less turret plates taken. The top ones are more durable early on. Jojo
Props
just
LCS for the
charging up
HUD.
on
Yeah,
the
the new
rack there.
overlay is really good.
APA just trying to get in there.
Amazing what having a caster will do for your overlay when you actually put him in charge of decisions around the presentation of the league. Shout out Mark Z. I'm sure that's his doing. He's probably like, here's what I want as a caster so I can read the game state.
Reserving the
It's really
banter
good.
until things get a little spicier, it seems, as tri-lane look not really showing a whole lot of anything going on anywhere just yet.
So we do have another presence on bot lane, a gank perhaps. is seen as Thanatos just went to ward though, so despite support's not ganking Thanatos, jungler was going to 3-camp gank him. It was going to be a 3-camp bot side Maokai attempt.
Potentially very bad though for TL because was spotted with a blue buff on that ward, so now Blabber knows he's pathing up while he's pathing down. So Impact could get dove here in the future, and Blabber knows he will not be here since he's going to his top camps now.
I don't think you're going to
Your
two-man
information that you
dive
gathered
this
from
Jax.
Thanatos warding at the correct time here to see Now you have the ability to track for the next minute of the game. He has to be clearing it.
This game are without the Aurora hotfix mid patch or with it? I actually don't know, Edward. I think it's with it, but I'm not sure. Maybe one of you guys knows if this is the Aurora hotfix. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know why they would use it a patch pre-hotfix.
And maybe he can even cross to the top crab if he thinks TL's bot duo is going to base here, which it would appear they are.
Thanatos would definitely need to charge up his
It
rage
is
before
without
going
the
for a
hotfix
dive
patch.
too.
Oh my
It's
god,
shitty.
that's crazy.
Still, and a cookie.
That was quite nice for Thanatos.
A little bit low.
I guess the players just don't feel comfortable with her, otherwise she would have...
Nope.
It was banned without it, I thought. No, it was banned in the first 2 games. Wow, that's crazy. Why would they implement a patch without the hotfix of that patch? What the fuck, man?
Yes. He's a known crab enjoyer.
It is known.
A crab connoisseur.
But he also...
I mean, Blabber is from Maryland. It is known that he
doesn't
loves
love
crabs.
JJ, and the lane swap back has come through.
Impact wanting that engage there on Thanatos, but can't land the counter-strike in time, so Thanatos is going to stay safe as he retreats. And okay, everything's back the way.
Called again.
Everyone relax.
That Mark Merrill intended.
Mid lane, don't relax mid.
Okay, Jojo trying to get away from this one with his flash. Had to use that to escape
The LCS plays on some LAN server. I mean, they do play on the tournament realm, but for EMEA, we start today. Told us hotfix. Riot told you hotfix will come only Monday today, and we had to play scrims without nerf. Yeah, well, I guess that's true, man. I guess that's true for LCS as well. The hotfix will probably be up next week.
You heard that
Well,
spam
good luck,
hit,
Edward.
Right? That was Flash.
How busted was she pre-hotfix? The solo queue win rates were pretty crazy for her, especially for something that probably has a very high skill ceiling.
You are welcome here.
Yeah,
Anytime you like.
Always welcome.
So I would guess
You
pretty
find fitting
busted,
to return
especially
lead.
because she's a flex.
Going well.
Could also call for Core JJ, honestly, and bot lane getting the push.
I mean,
because bot lane
Edward,
was
you
a
tell me
little
how
quicker
busted
on
was
their
she
reset.
pre-hotfix
It was
at the pro
reset
level?
first.
I have no idea. I've never
Sometimes
seen her
it's
play
just
pro,
those
so I don't know.
seconds that mean the difference
What
between a
what
game
you
court
give
stage
me
coming
the
from
scrim
support.
bucks,
They
Edward?
base first, they get bot first, and then they can stack the wave. Koji could roam here if he wanted to.
I wanted
To just stand here and do nothing instead. Also an option. With
So
his 2 big words.
That's my support style.
Yeah. It's also my
Really
style.
OP.
Don't get me wrong, this is how I want
Fair
to
enough.
doing this. Sit and land, do nothing. It is patented. 2 big words.
It's the mind game, right?
It really
They
is.
think you're supposed to be doing something else, roaming around, getting vision, making ganks. No, sometimes it's about asserting dominance here in the bottom lane. Core
Good
JJ, nice
trades.
sidestep on that bubble.
Another one. Heal for...
Jan seems to also be an appreciator of the Papega Frog emote.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot,
He's a
too.
fellow question mark frog enjoyer, which I appreciate.
I'm definitely a fan of that one. Nice couple little skill shot dodging moments down there for both sides, though. Not too much.
Question mark frog. Another one.
You're supposed to be doing something else, roaming around, getting vision, making ganks. No, sometimes it's about asserting dominance here in the bottom lane. Core
Good
JJ, nice
trades.
sidestep on that bubble.
Another one. Heal for...
Jan seems to also be an appreciator of the Papega
Sven's could be a heal for Arcane Shift.
emote.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
He's a
too.
fellow question mark.
Sven's very confused about the trade that Berserker and Vulcan just made.
That one. Nice couple little skill shot dodging moments down there for both sides, though. Not too much.
Also, Ezreal Nautilus not a known combo. Not a lot of burst to follow up on the hook.
Yeah.
But I just have to pick Nautilus because.
What about Corki? If you add that one into the mix.
Yeah, I mean,
You said last time, you're like, oh, by 10 minutes, DL always swaps APA bot. Well, what about by 6 minutes?
they've evolved.
I raise you 4 extra minutes. Jan already making his way over
That's
here.
the first grub swap.
It is weird. He's
Literally
gone without
at first
TP.
grub
He
spawn.
could be on at this point. It wouldn't make much difference here. Now TL have a weaker AD carry in the mid lane for the grub fight, so I feel like
1 for
they should
1.
be getting the last one here at least.
Well, they have Nautilus rotated up though. Nautilus is already
A
here.
little later on the round.
Umpty no smite.
Cordier
Yeah, they got to
did
give this
now,
up.
Now Vulcan will
Can't win
equalize.
this. They have a level 4 Ezreal versus a level 6 Yone. They should not be able to fight here at all.
JoJo's got the engage on core. We're going to keep this going a little bit further, but his Soul Unbound resets his position, so he cannot continue the chase. C9 ends up with a grub advantage 2-1.
You're putting your level 6 Corki ball against level 4 Lucian. Now 7 and 5. And then you don't play around it. Then you use the grubs and you're surprised. Hello? Why didn't you just put, you know, your Nautilus ball in, try to dive the Lucian or something? You can't fight the grubs with a level 4 Ezreal versus 6 Yone.
Yeah, especially with that Yone.
It's a good point by Sven.
To help stun and top side.
Wait, speaking of Sejuani, Impact might be in a pretty bad spot now, trying to flash away before the stun can come in. Blabber still needs to lock him down, finds the Glacial Prison, and Thanatos trying to slice forward.
All right, they're doing it, guys. They're using the... Oh my god, they're using the epic Sejuani Renekton synergy to get first blood.
Nice play from C9. It looks like Impact uses his Counter-Strike right before Blabber pulled up to the gang there, so nice timing from them. Was taking a trade.
What does Yone do in this comp, or what is he supposed to do? He is supposed to synergize with Sejuani for ganks in the laning phase, and then do fucking nothing later.
After the grubs,
yeah,
victory
very
as well.
confused of why they put Corki bottom without TP and then didn't play on his side when he beats Lucian 1v1. They put their Ezreal mid, but don't fight grubs anyways.
Yeah, it is a bad rotation. I agree. It's a bad call here.
Yeah.
From Team Liquid. The fact that they could do this and like reinforce their mid and then lose the grubs and then also get their top laner killed is super bad.
We'll see after
Right? The whole
too,
purpose
'cause
of this was
Impact's
to
not gonna
shore
flash
up
after
mid
this
lane
one.
and to shore up
Santos
top
uses
side.
his to follow it up.
Honestly, Impact did well. He made a lot of time. He almost made it look close here at the end.
Yeah.
But Vulcan's there just to make sure. Get a little assist as well for himself.
I think that there should be an answer for Dragon though, if everyone's topside showing. So there we go.
Yep.
That is your extra benefit here for Team Liquid.
It is rare that one team gets both all the grubs and the dragon. Teal actually got one grub, which is kind of a good steal by Umti. Getting one before anything happens.
One grub for one top laner though.
I will say game state, good for C9. I think the Lucian Army outscales the Ezreal Nautilus. I think the Renekton is ahead, which is how it should be. And Yone is not behind much to the Corki. So the current game state looks pretty good for C9, I would say.
What do you want to see them do to continue that state of things, right? Especially with how far away the early game got from them in game number 2.
It is kind of different than usual for C9 because they don't actually win mid and bot this game matchup-wise. But once the Lucian gets one item and once the Yone gets his Borg, he starts winning hard on side lane against anyone he finds. Yone doesn't beat Jax unless he's ahead of Jax. So it's really important to get Joe into the game somehow.
Interesting. I didn't know that from Sven.
Also,
I mean, the Jax has been held down pretty far at this point in time, so the Yone should be a lot richer. There's not a lot of farm on the Jax right now.
Blabber's job, right? He's also the one that needs to get JoJo ahead.
He has the Seeks completed already, so he's just the strongest guy in the game right now.
That's one of the big benefits. Junglers trying to abuse some support itemization.
Yeah.
It's so cheap, the Zeke's convergence. So tank junglers very happy with that one, and it's an easy build path into the Warmogs after that too. You already have plenty of HP to trigger it. So.
I mean, it's only 2,200 gold. Effectively versus other big-ticket starter items, it's 3 full kills cheaper than what you would otherwise buy. So it's so easy to have that earlier spike compared to your opponent, even if you are just sitting on 0-0 and 1, even though it's been a pretty quiet first 10 minutes of the game here, with C9 ahead by about 1.3, 1.4 thousand gold. The first Drake still owned by TL. as Core JJ's not under any real pressure here. Down in the bottom lane, you can see Berserker starting to walk up the long way to get towards these grubs that are spawning in about 5 seconds, as APA is left in the bot lane but has a TP if he needs it.
I think they're going to try and do grubs as quick as possible, and once they have those secured, teleport Thanatos down to the bottom lane so you don't lose too much.
I think Teal can't fight the grubs, so they're like fake contesting a little bit by like being here, making sure that they can't TP bot too early, then AP can TP in.
Yeah.
But they'll actually never fight the grubs at any point of this fight.
Yeah, by showing here, you're like making sure Thanatos.
You just get plates on the bot
that
side for
way.
Corki, it's fine.
Now he'll probably recall and then TP bottom. Someone should be going bottom here. Yep, there it is. So Teal, I think they min-maxed a little bit. They got some extra plates by like showing some presence at the grubs, making Sinan a little bit nervous, then maybe they could fight.
Okay.
Because if you TP bot too early on Thanatos, then AP is like, oh wait, I can TP top now, and we can fight the grubs. So both teams playing, I would say, correctly in the situation. Sinan with 5 grubs, very good for the winning soul laners, or at least soul laner.
Soul laner, exactly. Now let's see. Not quite towards that Bork point you were talking about yet on the Yone. So Jojo's still just going to need to build up a little bit more money here in the side lane. You would expect him to probably have it by the time that this next Drake spawns. Do you guys think we're going to get a fight for Drake number 2?
I think it depends on what Jan's items look like. If he has Trinity Force, I would say yes. But without it, he's just a bot.
Okay,
compared to Berserker's was a big gun right now.
Yeah, Berserker has the collector here. Vulcan doesn't quite have the mandate yet, but
The thing is, a 900 gold difference is not going to be enough to like hit them with their wallet and snowball this game.
See like an Essence Reaver on him nowadays, so going for that early game spike, which could technically most win lane or fight the dragons perhaps. Sinan is posturing around the bottom area. I do think.
So I think this lead is pretty fake for Cloud9. Like all they have to do, all TL has to do in the mid game is just like kite them out and poke. You know, TL already got the Drake. They should just give this up. They're totally fine. They don't need to fight anything really.
And experience.
Right there, 60 gold.
Yep.
That's all Vulcan gets these days.
Yeah, Vulcan and Blabber over here on
he's on food stamps, aka wards. Ward stamps.
He's like, please, I need money for my mandate.
I will say the Yone doesn't usually beat the Jax in the side lanes this early, so that's a very good sign for C9. If Yone can beat an all-attack countering champion like Jax, that's excellent.
Level lead for him. Feels pretty nice. I mean, next recall too for the reset.
It's a good point by Sven though. Like it is a very good sign. I think that the Yone is already winning this matchup.
Can get to the point where they have all their Trinity Forces. They only have 1 right now. That's on Jan. They are stronger and that very.
Oh, the cannon. Death by cannon.
Oh, no.
He wanted that cannon.
Timing on this. From
he got rooted at the end.
Want to go for the pick on Jojo before the Drake spawns. It's the 3-man plan. Team Liquid gets their way onto the board. They find the pick they were looking for.
Yun just actually gets. He has cleansed, so he gets out of the Sejuani ult.
Really good timing for Umpty and Core JJ.
Didn't even get a cannon.
Yeah, exactly.
I love what Teal's doing. Hang on.
Wow, Nami wave into the calling on Yon after the catch with the bubble. Beautifully combo.
Just noticed the crawling back to lull tag. Yeah, of course.
Sure that Yon at least has to spend his cleanse getting away.
It's crazy that an Overwatch caster like me could know so much about League of Legends, guys. Crazy.
And C9, when the CTL got going top, they could make plays for mid and bot, get some plates on the mid and bot towers, and then do Dragon on the way out now. So both teams playing, I think, very well here, actually, around their timers and items.
Man, that gank was so good on top side. It's even worse for Jojo because he was forced to go back because he got killed. Didn't have the combined cost for the Blade of the Ruin King, so he's still on the pieces and had to teleport back out top side to get the money.
It's crawling away from lull at this point. Yeah, sure is. Welcome back to League. Yes, welcome back to League. Let me check my notes. 4 years ago. Yeah.
To hit the wave and then E back and then ulti away and flash away, you should probably be fine. He's a little bit greedy for the cannon there, as Kobe said. Gets punished. But nonetheless, good play by TL. And C9 made a good counter play on mid and bot, getting Jan's cleanse, a chunk, some plates, and then Dragon on the way out at the end of all the fights. So both teams actually playing, I think, good League of Legends here. Nice to see. Yeah, we had a very, very big bloodbath, a big stomp, and now we have a slow.
Well, I mean, this game, like C9 is doing well around playing around these objectives, but it's hard to imagine with the lead that they have that they're going to be able to push this. It is helpful if they get Herald though, because they're Siege is pretty bad, but they do have the 5 grub buff, so this might be a way they could accelerate the side lane a little bit with Jojo.
They're even, look at these Cloud9 pings. I love watching the pings.
What is more egregious, Lucian mid or
throughout the
Shyvana
series,
jungle?
because they
Lucian
do
mid can
tell
be
a
very
big
good, I
story of the
think.
comms too, and they were
So Shyvana jungle,
a little
definitely.
bit worried about the deep vision that Team Liquid had the opportunity to get in their red quad.
He'll be on the Food Network soon. Hell no, man.
From Jan and CoreJJ, and as Ben mentioned, like we're on triple Trinity.
I don't give a
forces
shit about
now.
Food
It's
Network.
time to play. It is time.
Well, it's time for C9 to go in as well. Blabber leading the charge with multiple ultimates being dropped by C9. They'll find their kill on
Got him.
JJ. Blabber started it off. The rest of the team was ready to go with them. Meanwhile, back in the top side, Impact versus JoJo. This is what Sven was talking about.
That's how it looks.
Unbound is how you farm.
He's got base by his Borg now. But even though Teal lost a man, they actually have the push right now, thanks to...
Yeah, but the thing is, there's no more ults. Like, they used everything. They had to use Sedge, Lucian, and Nami ults, so there's really no danger for Team Liquid anymore. Like,
So
when those ults are down,
display.
C9 can't actually
Yeah,
do
really, Team
anything.
Liquid, they're pushing in bottom and top, so this actually forces the recall or the teleport from Thanatos too. He tried to catch the bottom wave, then teleport up to the top.
Has there been
wave,
Shiv
but
success
Impact
outside
then
of scrims? Yeah, in
the tempo
LPL.
from Team Liquid.
But it's LPL, so...
That's a nice escape there. Blabber with the Arctic Assault just to slide out of the way of the dredge line.
If money wasn't an issue, is there any other game you would like to get into? Yeah, dude, get me back into RTS, man.
Nice escape there. Blabber with the Arctic Assault.
My one
just
true
to
love,
slide out of the way of
RTS.
the dredge line.
Not this time. It happened last time when Jan and CoreJJ caught him at red buff, but they knew that that quadrant of the jungle was warded up, and Teal would probably make a play there.
Yeah.
Nobody watches RTS? Okay, Oso Magical. Let me remind you, what was the question? Oso Magical, remember, what was the question? If money wasn't an issue, is there any other game you would like to get into? Having some listening issues there, buddy?
I think good job by C9 as well, putting Thanatos top against Impact to avoid the Yone versus Jax. I think Thanatos should beat him with a 1k goal lead. I mean, I hope so at least.
You would expect.
You would expect otherwise the Croc might just be useless.
I just rejoined the stream.
The Yone does much better against the Corki.
Quit typing with your little dumb fingers then.
The knockup he wanted there on the Q3. APA can keep his distance in this matchup. Does not want to allow that gap to be closed by JoJo on the Yone, as Umpty might look for something up here in the top lane. Yes, the Croc should beat Jax with the 1k gold lead, but not if Umpty's here.
The only thing is Teal has 2 TPs available right now. JoJo's TP is almost up. Thanatos just used his, so they can try to make a cross-map play with the extra teleports that they do have.
You need to get some Raycon hi-fi. Yeah,
so
if you had these Raycon everyday earbuds and you had them in noise cancellation mode, you would have heard crystal clear without any distractions what I just said to you.
Getting there in time.
Pathetic.
And let's see, he just heads right back out mid to try and help out Jan get that.
You're doing your best to
taken care of
teach reading
first.
comprehension so future Twitch chat is less ill. Thank you very much.
And then
they do have the Herald here, so they could use it to get the mid tower.
Impact is watching. Look at these top laners.
Dude, Battle
too.
Ace
Both
is
of them are
legit
just
fun
watching.
game. I haven't played
They're like,
Stormgate
do we
yet.
need to
I like
teleport right
Immortal
now?
Gates of Pyre.
Only Impact has TP, so if he pushes top and Thanos is there, he can call that he can be there first with the teleport. So Thanos kind of has to like just be here right now, but now he's losing the push top to Impact, who has both the
Dude, I played Super Vibe for the first time this weekend. That game is fucking fun.
push and TP.
But the engage from C9 is ready. CoreJJ caught out yet again.
So Thanos kind of has to like
All right, so
just
here we
be
go.
here
Here's
right
the
now,
engage.
But now he's losing the push
They
top
use
to Impact,
absolutely
who has
everything
both the push
again.
And TP.
But the engage from C9 is ready.
It's like, okay, bro, I guess you can just like kill Nautilus, but what happens after you kill Nautilus? Oh, you die. Have fun. Dude, they just blow their load and they have nothing left. It's just so dude, the Maokai ult is just so free in this game. If Umti doesn't troll and he just actually uses it for counter, they just win every time, I think.
They'll bust this one. Meanwhile, the fight's still raging up here in the river.
There is a new RTS by the X-Blizzard guys. Which one? Battle Aces is made by David Kim, who is the lead designer on StarCraft 2, and there's a bunch of people who are doing Stormgate also.
Here with the soul unbound. Team Liquid's going to continue pushing into the tier 1 turret. They'll bust this one. Meanwhile, the fight's still...
Meanwhile, Thanatos, He's just off in Narnia again. Dude, Thanatos just fucking lives in Narnia, man.
Set his position here with a soul unbound. Team Liquid's going to continue pushing into the tier 1 turret. They'll bust this one. Meanwhile, the fight's still raging up here with the river as Thanatos is in the middle of 4 Team Liquid players. He gets a on and he takes
I mean, I guess he killed Yun, so whatever.
For a 1-for-1 trade to end the fight.
A good salvage at the end there with Thanatos, but it looks like bad communication from C9. Thanatos was going back top, route teleport, then they fight.
Corki doesn't do hybrid anymore. They reworked him so his passive does true damage.
Little miscommunication there between top lane and the 4-man. They had a herald timing as well. They didn't use the herald to get mid tower.
Are the towers too squishy right now? No, I think the towers are fine. You don't want the towers to have... I mean, it can take a long time to take mid tower, tier 1. Like, there are plenty of games it's like 20, 25 minutes where mid tier 1 is still up.
Yeah.
He's not coming back either. He's just
Then the teleport is really deep from Impact behind Raptor Pit.
Great TP by Impact, by the way. Leap strike into flash right as the on the trigger for Counter-Strike stun. Really good play by Impact.
Really disaster for C9 here. They lost the mid tower and the top tower, it looks like. Did it get back the bot tier 1, it looks like?
No matter the numbers, never fight a crocodile in the river. That is the lesson of this one. You saw Jan arcane shifted forward because he was like, we got 4 people. I can arcane shift forward, right?
Yeah.
Nope. Thanatos got him with that thing where you bite their leg and then roll in a circle. those crocodiles are deadly, man, yeah.
The death roll.
That is not where poor little Ezreal wants to be.
Thanatos should not have been there, but once he was there, good salvage.
Making the best out of a bad situation.
It's one of those, you made a bad decision to get there, but you outplayed it, so... I don't know what to say. Good job, maybe. Maybe.
Good job, maybe. I'll take that.
We listen into comms a lot, and players have this pattern of going, oh, this guy is trolling. Get him, get him, get him. They thought Thanatos was trolling. And
there's a little pattern here in TL's inventories. It's Trinity Forces and steel caps.
If it works.
It's like someone's like, guys, they're full AD, buy armor. Yes, sir.
Look at that team synergy.
Even the Ezreal, who's a known CDR boots enjoyer, goes with the steel caps. Just with team synergy, right?
Yeah. And
wow.
It is, I mean, it is so effective.
6 steel caps, 3 Trinity Force. Team Liquid really committed to just buying the same items.
One hit reduction here from the steel caps. Got that little nudge, a little bit of a buff there, even with the cost increase.
As an AD main, thank God.
As the Corki as inventory.
Nudge, little bit of
exactly. The perfectly symmetrical inventories. Literally everything even in the same slots. Fully stacked tiers, both of them. Oh yeah, that's orgasmic right there.
A buff there, even with the cost increase.
As an AD main, thank God.
And this is one of the
ruined. Corki got Muramana.
In draft, right? This is one of the worries that you have to have if you are C9. The armor stacking will be very effective if you're not pulling ahead in the game. Right now, we could see another scrap breakout up here, or it might just turn into a vision war. There's no teleports available on the side of Team Liquid. Both teleports available for C9. So TL knows they are currently at a macro disadvantage.
And look at Jojo Pion. He can push bot. If anyone matches him, he will say immediately, guys, I have TP advantage bot. I can TP and they can't. So he should just get bot push for free here and be able to hit a tower. Impact almost has hit, so I think he will be the one basing going bottom here in a couple seconds to defend that bot tier 1.
Yeah, it's a reverse situation. Because TL used their teleport resources.
They're actually putting APA ball in here, so TL needs to play safe on top side while APA has no TP, because Jordan could impact the map on top side, same way Impact did just before.
And TL have been quite good at playing defensively when they need to.
Yeah, TL is very good at playing on timers, as we call them in pro play. Right now they have a timer on C9 where they have TP advantage, so we should play defense on top side. TL is very good for this reason. They never die on the...
And the next one of these crazy fights, he arrived late to the previous skirmish in mid lane, so if he can get in there for the initial engage on one of these upcoming ones, that could be a huge factor. Rapid fire cannon also completed for Berserker, working on some armor penetration next, as Vulcan and Jojo might have just found an angle onto Umpty.
Lights trolling here.
His jungler get out of here, but a lot of damage.
Lights trolling.
Thanatos is on the back line. He's going to try to lock up
by Thanatos also, by his TP. Very cool. Okay. Let me just check. Let me just check here. So, do they have any engage? No. And they have no culling to deal damage, so they can't follow up. So it's over.
Beautiful Nicely done for TL to make sure that that ends up being an even trade. Thanatos got a little bit too excited on the back end of what was otherwise a good pick for C9.
I think he just TP'd a little bit too deep.
You'll notice C9 just has to use everything. They blow their load every time. They're so incredibly gated by their ult cooldowns, and they can't fight Team Liquid otherwise. And Umti was inting there.
That one they only have armor. He has that in Eclipse. Kobe, can I get a...
Nordic Kaiser, welcome back. Good to watch TL smoke C9. Hell yeah.
Also, the reason I was harping on this on the plated steel caps is like because the auto attack, like it going from 8% up to the 10% is so meaningful versus these exact champions. But here's the review as Santos into the river.
If he just holds this position a little bit longer,
8% up to the 10% is so meaningful versus these exact champions. But here's the review as Santos into the river.
If he just holds this position a little bit longer and waits for Blabber to be closer or Berserker, it could have worked, but he just went in 1v4 and got one shot.
Sometimes it's a knock-on effect of a previous play.
The thing is, Umti shouldn't be playing like that. He should just be playing conservatively and playing for objectives and just realizing that all he has to do ever is press R.
And he was 1v4 there.
All he has to do is put saplings down and then press R. That's his job this game.
In the river, it was a 1v4. This time, it was a 4v1. The opposite situation occurred. Yeah,
of course.
Yeah,
but you mentioned also, Flowers, it was an issue of like, oh, too late, but then too early. So maybe it's a 3 bears situation, and we just
also maybe if he doesn't go in, Teal can walk away, and that would suck, right?
Well, it's the one where they had the Mama Bear, the Papa Bear.
If a non-Riot like Esports World Cup offered you to cast, would you return to League casting? Riot blacklisted me, so I could never even do non-Riot events. I get blacklisted at those two.
No, don't worry about it.
American child.
Contrary to what you might think about Riot saying that they would have nothing to do with the Esports World Cup, they still provided server support, obviously with Tournament Realm, which meant that they had to have people on staff. They gave them the API, the LCS API, which is also production support, and they provided a blacklist for that event
Understand this joke?
of talent. So they absolutely were fucking with that Esports World Cup, even though they said they weren't.
Both getting caught out at all here. No, just a little bit of damage as he wanted to fight for that enemy chicken camp.
So here's the thing: when both tops,
so he just straight up lied, and of course they took money for the license.
Okay.
So,
like, you know, obviously we know they did, because otherwise they, you know, if they don't provide Tournament Realm support, which requires a network engineer to be at minimum on call, guys, in case something goes wrong,
no, just a little bit
they would have been playing on the live server, which they weren't.
When both tops use TP, you have to play on the side lane where the TPs are not.
Okay.
So we have an ARAM, basically.
Yeah, we go again.
In conclusion, ARAM time.
ARAM time. Dragon time.
Or give, if you want to give the objective. And it looks like C9 is opting to give the objective.
So you get to go clear the control ward on Baron.
Massive win for C9 here. Dub. Mission controlled.
Let's see how many scryers. They also have the scryer available for Ezreal, so they have a blue trinket up too.
The top side of the map is very dark right now for Team Liquid, but they do still have some of these Maokai saplings. They fire off the Maokai ulti, but Blabber's tanking up on the front. Berserker trying to get away. Core JJ wanted to the map is very
great
dark
flank
right
by
now
Impact
Team Liquid,
again.
but they do still have some of these Maokai saplings.
Great Maokai ult. Also, by the way, guys, pulls the Sejuani out of the way so that they actually maximize the amount of roots that they're able to get in this scenario. Impacted APA just on the flank here. There is no engage, remember, there is no engage anymore, so they just get hunted down. Range diff is so fucking huge, guys. The range diff is huge.
Winning the fight tremendously in terms of health bar value. Even though they don't get a kill, they'll take the tier 2 turret as their trophy.
Where's the damage? Why is no one dying?
Boots.
So it's
Blue caps.
Also, it's because like they go for this. Wow, APA is so far away. I mean, that's why Team Liquid got the jump on Cloud9 there. Cloud9 weren't really expecting them to.
Yeah, talk about the blacklist as to why it happened.
APA was so far.
I mean, it just exists.
For, like, teleport channel time.
Riot just maintains a blacklist of talent that they will not allow to cast their game, whether they're running an event or not.
Like Berserker buying Collector.
As part of the agreement to give the license, they maintain a blacklist. So it's like they'll give you the license for money, but you also cannot have people talent that they don't want you to have.
In the same 3 items. Isn't that a little like counterintuitive, perhaps?
I'm a Skarner player. I don't know AD carry itemization. Hold on, we got Team Liquid here for the engage now.
It's not illegal. It's not illegal, Noonish. It's not illegal.
Like
It's their IP. They can attach whatever they want to it. It's definitely not illegal. And it's also not illegal for them to do that in Saudi Arabia. So
Nice catch there. Impact looking to lock up too as Thanatos.
now, don't get me wrong. Riot does do illegal things. They do illegal things. So one illegal thing that Riot definitely has done in the past is that they have fixed rates for casters. So they have told when they have sold a license to somebody else to operate their game, they have literally told those operators that they cannot pay casters above a certain amount, that is federally illegal wage fixing. And they have absolutely done that. They have 1,000% done that. So it's not that they aren't doing illegal things. It's just blacklisting people is not illegal. However, telling a third party the ceiling on payment is illegal.
Jojo wanted to at least provide a distraction on the side.
And they absolutely do that.
Once his allies get away, he knows he can snap back to safety. But again, even though there's no kills, Team Liquid emerged victorious in terms of health, which earns them control over the Rift to place down Vision and continue choking C9 out of the map.
If we were to offer like some reasoning for the early collector for Berserker and then into the Lord Dom stuff is like because maybe they thought we are really going to steamroll on our early power spike on our one item, and then after they did not really accomplish that steamroll, he was like, oh shoot, now I've got to make them the best of the scenario. Like I need to get the Lord Doms, but that obviously is not like ideal.
Yeah, it feels like TL just beat them with the walls there, but they're even in gold.
I mean, the boots prices increase, but
it feels like no one in C9 can kill a tank, and TL has 3 of them, it feels like.
Impact versus Thanatos will be left as a 1v1 for now, as Jojo thought about getting involved, but APA and Umpty had something else to say about it. Now Team Liquid with a 4-man effort. Impact versus Thanatos will be
Impact's really the MVP of this series, man. He was behind in this game, and now he's just so huge.
Had something else to say about it. Now Team Liquid with a 4-man effort.
Ooh, nice stop on the ult there. Ooh, force flash too after Arcane Barrage.
Explosion there on the big one at the very end. Thanatos and Jojo again not dead, but again forced back as Team Liquid will claim another tier 2 turret, this time in the bottom.
How is C9 still in this? They're not.
Split pushing top, but he won't get the same.
They're not. They're not still in this. To be clear,
with their structure for
there's just no reason to accelerate this game because TL has total map prio at this point in time.
Really good at using this
and they can just take whatever fight they want.
Now they've been able to use that to move through.
They just play the poke game around objectives forever. Like obviously they can just play this forever, and if they get Hex Tech Soul, it's even more free. Hex Tech Soul is amazing for them. Okay, so again we go in with Maokai ults. They have to counter ults with Glacial Prison, but then they can't do anything afterwards. Impact's on the flank. Yeah, now it's Baron. Free game.
Ready to cut him off. Core JJ won't land the dredge line, but he doesn't need to. The enemy mid laner and even more.
Actually, just this comp is just unplayable for C9 if they don't snowball early game like insanely hard, and even then it might be unplayable.
It is sad to watch. He does no damage. He's not a tank. No CC. What can he actually do?
The range diff is crazy, and the Maokai just shuts them down. They shut down anything that they want to do ever.
Doing any damage in his team fights.
Yeah, at this point, we've said it many times, but the armor stacking is out of control.
Yeah.
And there's not really a way to get it back under control now from Cloud9's perspective.
Yeah, you don't want to go in on that core. What the fuck are you doing?
Team Liquid, though, he's grabbing the first kill. Core JJ is Berserker has to pop the summoners to escape Impact. Thanatos still looking to fight at a 1v4. He needs to do so much, but he can't quite get there. Umpty turns it into an even trade.
Probably should just walked out of that one.
Making sure that Core JJ is avenged, and now the remaining players on Liquid can
Oh, I seen Slash talked about the Faker stuff. Yes. Monty and Wolf show where we talk about it will be coming out tomorrow. I'm sure we'll talk about it on Power Spike and SI this week as well.
Kill someone that isn't a tank.
Especially because he's going to be playing with a Nautilus ult on him permanently.
Yes, and they will only target him.
Yeah, and their Maokai ultimate, it's slow moving, but the Nautilus ult is going to keep you there.
Look at Jojo, he's buying a random. He knows he's not going to do damage. Might as well buy tank at this point.
He heard you, yeah, he heard you say, oh, the Yone is not doing damage and he's not a tank. But Jojo's going to change that. He'll at least...
Yeah.
Double Randuin's completed, Thornmail completed, fucking Locket completed. Who are they killing here? You know what I mean? What the fuck is this collector, guys? Who's he collecting? Nobody.
He almost wanted him to do, no?
Yeah, look at Umpty's health bar.
Yeah.
How does he recover from this?
That was one shot, all right.
I like TL here.
Cloud9 is such a fucking fraud team, guys.
Just push down C9's base so that C9 can't go anywhere. And C9 has a small problem. That isn't the items, it's that they have no wave there.
No, Team Liquid using
ABA
their
has
control
death
of the
stance.
Rift right
Why
now. They
not?
Forced out the Fate Sealed from the Yone and
Why
the
not?
Glacial Prison from the Sejuani. That's two huge team fighting tools, and particularly some of the best CC available for C9's squad.
He was dancing with death in game number 1, so he figured he'd buy the death stance item in game number 3.
Which is already below half HP here in the mid lane. As CoreJJ,
Some light inting.
Dredgeline didn't hit. Berserker gets the kill on him, but now Blabber's gonna drop.
But it doesn't matter because once they're caught out, they literally can't escape from the range advantage of Team Liquid.
With the Corki and Ezreal combo.
When is the next cooking stream? Probably not this week. I'm aiming for next Tuesday night American time.
It's not much at the moment, but a bubble does land.
Team Liquid with the 4-man push in the enemy base. Only CoreJJ is dead. The rest of them confident to take down that inhibitor in
My cooking streams are getting edited, guys. I can show you a preview if you want.
That inhibitor falls too. Now they know there's not a whole lot left in the tank. They'll take the opportunity to reset, spend their money. Team Liquid is up 4,000 gold. The Drake is on the map now too. They can go over and secure Soul Point if they like on their way out. This game is looking so Team Liquid right now.
Yeah, I don't even know what Snake can do to win at this point.
Yeah, it's not a lot because
we're not going to release them until, you know, I get all the branding done and like probably have a stack of them to start releasing on a new YouTube channel. But I'd love to hear your guys' feedback.
Plenty of armor too.
Everyone's buying full tank.
I mean, how do you kill a Maokai that has Randuin, Thornmail, Locket, boots, and you have no mage?
We keep asking this question and no one's answering it. Maybe chat. should we crowdsource this answer?
I will say, if you're playing live patch, which we are, you should be buying the Mortal Reminder instead of Law of Dominic's in almost every game.
Yeah, because
That's
of the
true, actually. That's a good
extra-
point by
the extra
Sven.
heal debuff, but hold on. I think we got bigger problems than that. Thanatos already knocked down into the Guardian Angel as Impact.
I mean, it's a really good job of Team Liquid's itemization this game, I think.
Distract a little bit too hard. Thanatos is going to be traded as JoJo continues putting the pressure on.
We had to
Team
chase that
Liquid.
Renekton around instead of saving
Dredgeline
Impact.
could've
Rip.
hit. Honestly, again, it's one that he's probably pretty glad didn't hit, considering it surely would have been a ticket straight
Do I
to
have a
death.
favorite Korean
Team
dish?
Liquid
Man, I
will
like so
continue
many.
Moving forward though, as Yon still has plenty of HP, and they are confident to play around this Ezreal over the wall.
What did you make? Oh, I've been cooking on stream, so I'll show you. The last one I did was the butter chicken and Wasura dal.
Too low to continue fighting for a lot longer. Berserker's trying to weave in the piercing lights and the auto attacks for the follow-up, but it does not work. Blabber needs to escape. Barely getting out here with the flash. Team Liquid still chasing after him. Umpty throws down one of the saplings. There's a blast cone also available. Remember, the tier 2 turret is gone here in the bottom lane. Umpty keeps the chase going. APA, CoreJJ,
Nice dodge on the tidal wave, and he's just dead.
Damage to burst through the frontliner. Vanity defense. Team in the LCS here in regular split 2024 summer. They will take down Cloud9 and stay undefeated.
A lot of people chirping TL's overrated. TL isn't that great. I disagree.
Wait. I've been saying C9 isn't that great. C9 isn't that great, guys. That's what I've been saying. All right, gotta find the right link. Hold up, guys. Oh, we don't want it over there. Hold on. All right, today we're gonna do butter chicken, which is an Indian dish. All right, you guys tell me what you think about this. And Masoor dal. Let's talk about butter chicken. Butter chicken was invented from having leftover tandoori chicken. So if you guys know, tandoori chicken is a chicken that is rubbed in a variety of spices. It's basically roasted inside a tandoor, which is like a cylindrical vertical oven. Now, I don't have a tandoor at home. We are going to hack this chicken process, which means we're gonna do some things that you maybe wouldn't see. As a Desi boy, the doll was authentic-ish. Thank you, Cringe Lord.
We have the tandoori chicken. Tandoori chicken is
Since you're on Power Spike this week, will you defend your C9 fraud point?
So
Yes.
I apologize. In my fridge last night, I marinated this chicken. And on Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it, I said, marinate your chicken because you have to do it 12 hours.
Yeah, the editor's fucking crushing it, guys.
Here we go. Here's the.
This is even without a lot of the graphics that we're still getting made too.
If you leave it in for a couple
So
hours,
what we're trying to do is we're trying to get like each recipe down to like 10 minutes or sub 10 minutes. So this video
it's gonna give you the nicest
is
finish.
2 recipes,
This is
so it's
also
17 minutes.
Way more chicken than you probably make because I wanted twice as much chicken inside my butter chicken. I'm gonna go.
Recipe was a bit too quick. Well, you could pause it, and also obviously the recipe's going to be below on the show as well.
Kashmiri chili powder is pretty spicy, guys. That's why we're not using very much in this. If you look.
Use regular chili powder.
Yes. If you need to substitute, you should substitute a mixture of paprika and cayenne pepper. I would use a 3-to-1 ratio. So if you want a teaspoon, like I'm calling for here, I would use a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne and 3/4 of a teaspoon of paprika. If you don't want it to be spicy at all, just use paprika. I'm going to use the Kashmiri chili powder because
Did I change the lighting? Yes.
Because I like things a little bit spicier, and I like Susie to suffer. There's only a teaspoon of this in there. A tablespoon of this would be pretty intense, but you can do that if you want it to be spicy. I'm going to use half a teaspoon here.
Are you going to invite guests to make dishes sometime? Yeah, I would love to do that. What I want to do is, you know, get people around, like get restaurant owners or chefs and stuff to come teach me stuff.
Teaspoon of coriander. And a teaspoon.
I haven't seen Monty without headphones in so long. I forgot he still had it here.
Now and again, some of it later.
I know, right?
Together. And what you will do is you will cut your chicken into small, bite-sized pieces. And then you're going to put it in a bowl like that. Slowly add the dried ingredients alongside 2 cloves of minced garlic, half a teaspoon of grated ginger, a tablespoon of lemon juice, and a half cup of Greek yogurt, and a tablespoon of olive oil. You will mix it around, cover it in the bowl, put it in your refrigerator. It will be in there overnight, and then you come out with this. All right, so we are going to get an onion here. So we are going to cook this onion in ghee. So I was just peeling onion skin here, not too exciting. A lot of butter chicken.
Yeah, we're gonna add more of this like you know 8-bit style music to it as well.
And also because
this song is one of my selections.
The onion paste is on the outside of the chicken. So even though the dish may not have onion in it, it does actually have some onion flavor. So because of that, we are going to.
Yeah, you guys are gonna like a lot of what we're doing with the graphics.
To make fake tandoori chicken. So what we're going to do first is
the editor's fucking crushing this, guys.
So these are raw unroasted cashews. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put 30 or so cashews
I think the editor does a really good job of doing the pace, like getting the pace of this to make it like really dynamic and watchable as well.
Okay, that's easy.
It's not necessary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a couple pulses here. Okay, so we've kind of turned them into very.
So the idea is that we do the live stream with a lot of interaction, maybe cook along content. Then it gets edited down into this kind of content for the full recipe, and then it can also be edited into like you know TikTok videos and stuff like this. Are you going to make a website with all recipes on it with links to the video? That is the plan.
Half a cup of water.
This is a very expensive project, guys.
Max blend this for like a minute.
I'm going hard on this shit. I'm going hard on this shit.
And there we go. What we're going to do now is we are going to use ghee. If you do not have ghee, don't worry. Just use olive oil. It doesn't matter that much. We're going to add a tablespoon of ghee. We got this on like medium. Then we're just going to cook the onions. And we're
yeah, Daniel, what do you think of the editing? You're an actually really good editor. I'm just a pleb.
But we're just going to basically leave them here for a bit and pay attention to them slowly while we do other things. I'm going to show you guys something. You do not have to do this. Get yourself a box grater.
use the side with the big holes on it, take your tomato and use your box grater to just grate it into a pulp.
Also,
on
my
the skin
fucking
side.
cooking
The
setup
actual
is goated,
skin
guys. Look
is
how
just gonna
look
come
how
off.
fucking
You
awesome
can
this setup
also
is. Look how many
use
camera
a
angles I have.
14-ounce
Admire
can
it.
Of crushed
It was
tomatoes
expensive.
for this, or diced tomatoes. The grater doesn't really penetrate the tomato skin, which is cool. So you just push down on the skin. So what I'm gonna do right now is I am going to grate all of the tomatoes that I need for both the masoor dal and the butter chicken, since both of these are tomato-based dishes. All right, I'm gonna turn off the heat on the onions. We need this to cool down a little bit, so I'm actually gonna transfer it to a plate so it's not on this hot
The kitchen
pan.
itself is nice.
And we're gonna
It's
cool it
very good
down
for
just
these
a little
cooking
bit
streams.
before we
Like,
actually
honestly, this kitchen setup is
blend.
super
Both
good
of
for these
these are
cooking
tomato-based.
streams because, you know, I have the island here where I can put the cameras, right? I accidentally got the camera in the shot on this one. Ignore that. I won't do that again. That was a whoopsie. But you can see me the whole time, and all I have to do is turn this way, and then there's this camera here that's actually pointed at the range, right? So it makes it so I'm basically standing in one place or just moving very little, which makes it very easy for me to always face the camera. So the setup is actually very, very good for this.
Down a little bit. So I'm actually going to transfer it to a plate so it's not on this hot pan. And we're going to cool it down just a little bit before we actually blend it. I'm going to reserve a cup of this slop, tomato slop. Now what we're going to do is add all of this to the blender. So what we did is there's cashew cream,
Addison,
the
as I've
tomato
told you,
puree, and the onion that is cooled down just a little bit.
the other cool thing about
Now-
this is that the switcher is recording all four
Oh,
cameras
we
simultaneously.
blend.
It does make it so it's like 300 gigs of video files per stream because it's 4 HD cameras that are all recording, but it spits it out in a DaVinci Resolve edited file. So basically the live edit that Susie is doing on the switcher is presented in the video timeline. So it makes it very easy to edit down. And if like you don't like the cut from one camera to the other, you can just change the cut, put a different camera up, cut out all the middle stuff.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I don't have a fine mesh strainer, so I'm just going to use this mesh colander, which is not going to be as good as if you.
Well, the recipe website also have metric measurements. Yeah, I'll put those up
we're
for you.
using a wooden spoon here, and the idea is we're
Well,
trying to get
the
as much
song
of
is
liquids
my
out as we
idea,
can
by the
while
way.
retaining the solids
This
inside
song
of the
is the
mesh
one that I want to
As
be
a
the
result
theme
of
song
our
for the
efforts,
show.
We have ended up with a smoother consistency sauce. I'm just going to use half an onion that I have in the fridge here. So what I'm going to do
Yeah, I think the
now
editor is absolutely
just
smashing
prepare
this.
some aromatics for the masoor dal. Masoor dal is red lentils, and we're going to make a tomato-based red lentil curry. It is vegetarian. It is also very delicious. I love dal.
You're a doll.
Thank you. So we're going to take half an onion, just dice it. I'm actually going to cut up a bunch
Finally,
of
the most
garlic
important
right
commentary
now.
of your career,
Really a
commentating on your
lot of
cooking.
garlic.
Yeah, it's almost
Maybe like
as important as
5,
that
6
time I blew a
cloves.
train whistle, and that's the only thing anybody ever
Here
remembers.
we go. I minced a bunch of garlic. I'm just going to separate this half and half. We'll use half for the masoor dal and half.
I was
for
already just
the
train whistle
butter.
guy, so I'd rather be cooking guy.
I'm now going to start up the Instant Pot into saute mode. I am going to add a cup of these lentils. So this is actually half a cup right now because I only have one measuring cup ingredient. One full cup, and it's full of tomatoes right now. So I'm going to use 2 half cups. You do want to rinse these lentils and pick over them a little bit.
Why'd you get timed out?
It turns out
Posting
that
a link without
machines
permission?
are not
What?
foolproof when it comes
Hold
to
on, let me
not
fix that.
putting rocks in lentils. So if there is a lentil-sized
Oh, you only
rock,
got a 10-second
sometimes
timeout.
it
Sorry about
gets
that.
into your
I don't know why I
lentils,
thought you were
and that
posting
makes
a
you
link.
sad when you
10 out of
break
10,
it.
maybe?
Or maybe happy if you're a masochist. I don't know. So just be smart. Just look with your eyes. See if there are rocks in there. Hopefully there are no rocks. All right.
Maybe installing a roof/wall mount could tidy up your camera setup a bit. Yeah. Well, I can't do so. This one right here. There's actually an L at the top, and there's a camera that's basically like directly above the cutting board here. That one might be able to mount up there. It's also possible I might be able to mount it from one of the cabinet shelves. I hadn't considered that, but that's probably an option. And this one, there's not much I can do because I need it to mount. I might be able to mount this from here, but there's not a lot I can do about this one. Maybe I can mount it from the back side, but there's not a lot I can do about the one that's facing
I
the
have
stove.
what are called gochu. I am going to add these to the dish to add some flavor and make it spicy. If you're not in Korea, green Thai chilies or serrano peppers. So I'm going to use
Small
2 of
subtitle for
them
Susie comments. That's a good
the butter
idea.
chicken and 1 of them
Thanks for the feedback, guys. I do appreciate this because, like, I've seen these, but it's helpful to have the outside feedback.
Normally, we're gonna cut them nice and thin. I slit down the sides and took the seeds and membranes out so they wouldn't be quite as spicy. Okay, so for the masoor dal, we've got a couple cloves of garlic, 3 cloves of garlic, and we have 1 chili pepper diced up. We also have this half a diced onion. Our Instant Pot is now hot. I'm gonna put about a tablespoon of ghee in there, and we're gonna start.
Gochu is an interesting choice. Yeah, it's just a. I mean, what? It's a substitute for what? Serrano peppers. It's fine.
In there, give it a nice sizzle. We'll add the garlic and ginger and spices. And one thing about spices, guys, so what I am not going to do today.
All right. Yes, I know that cable management would be better. I really scuffed cable management on this day, guys, because I have to take this up and I have to put this up and take it down. The cable management is super scuffed on this one. I agree.
Add these spices at the beginning. Whole cumin.
Really, this is not supposed to be in the frame. My mistake here was that I accidentally got this camera in the frame. This was not here on previous ones. And then there's also this cable, which is scuffed. This cable should be off to the side. So yeah, look, I know I fucked up.
Green cardamom pods, also good in the butter chicken. You can also put whole cloves in the butter chicken. Fry them up a little bit in the oil. Leave them in during the cooking process and then remove the cardamom and the cloves. You can leave the whole cumin seeds in. We are not going to do that. We are going to add cumin at the end of the sauteing process here. But these onions need to brown up a little bit first.
Starting to smell really good and buttery.
We are also going to add the green chili now. Fry it up a little bit while we brown these onions. So I'm adding the garlic to this now.
It's the curse of actually having such a sick setup, guys. I mean, this looks amazing, right? Look how good this looks.
Heat this up a little bit, and now all the spices are going to go in. Rapid fire. A teaspoon of whole cumin seeds or half a teaspoon of cumin powder. I like to chuck this on top of the onions so it doesn't get too hot until I stir them all in. Half a teaspoon turmeric, half a teaspoon coriander, and half a teaspoon chili powder or paprika and cayenne, as we discussed earlier. So half a teaspoon of garam masala. And then you're going to smell the spices activate when you start stirring. You do not need to do this for very long. We are now going to add.
Is it possible to light better over the range? Dude, that's going to add more cables.
So we're going to saute it with just the tomato puree for
there's a lot of work to be done in the lighting front. I agree.
I'm also going to add a teaspoon of kosher salt. We're just going to let the spices activate just a little bit longer as we saute these tomatoes just a little bit. So that should be enough. And what we're going to do now is we're going to add our cup of lentils. So I'm going to add 3 cups of water to this. And now we are going to pressure cook it. 5 minutes.
Higher wattage bulbs in the range like that. I don't know if that's a great plan.
Dutch oven. I'm going to turn this on medium. We don't want to get the Dutch oven too hot because we're going to put butter in the butter chicken. What? So we don't want to brown the butter. A couple tablespoons of butter should be what we need. So we're going to melt the butter in.
Yeah, I agree. The editor does an amazing job. It's me who needs to improve.
Guys.
Truly,
add the butter and
I'm the one who sucks. Guys, the editor is fucking crushing it. I'm the one who sucks. Everything that sucks about this is things I can fix.
A 2-inch piece of cinnamon. I am not doing that. So what I'm going
you aren't sweating from lighting, there isn't enough. Nah, dude, LED lights don't produce heat. Those days of sweaty lighting are over.
I did before, which is then add the powdered version of those spices. I'm going to turn this way down as we add the spices.
Get an apron with the name of the show on it. True. I could get it embroidered on there.
We may have pleasantly browned our pepper, our chili. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to use a teaspoon of ground cumin. We'll use a teaspoon of kosher salt. And then we're going to add half a teaspoon of cardamom powder. I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of the Kashmiri chili powder. I'm going to use half a teaspoon of cinnamon as well. We also need the
LEDs also don't produce enough light. Oh, they definitely do.
A teaspoon and a half of this. So now that we've heated up all the spices, I'm going to transfer this to a different burner. And now is the time where we're going to turn this on and heat this up. And we are going to add this puree and bring it to a boil. So maybe we're gonna leave this for maybe like 15 minutes. And then we're gonna introduce a little bit more water. So we're kind of heating up the spices and it's gonna evaporate a little bit, but we are going to partially cover it, and we're just going to keep adding water as it continues to evaporate. So remember, one of the things we're doing with butter chicken is we are trying to approximate a grilled tandoori.
Yeah, use an LED strip over the stove. Yeah, look, there's a lot of stuff I need to do.
Should I do this in a wok? Why would I do this in a wok? Indian grandmothers everywhere.
It's
fainting,
wok time.
Having a conniption, enraged. All right. So we're gonna
I did just think of this on the spot. I'm like, why don't I use a wok for this?
We want to do in a single layer on the outside so we can brown it. So we want to cook
Dutch
this
ovens
on
are 10
high.
out of 10
If you
for
wanna
home
grill this
kitchens.
on a
I
grill
agree.
pan, if you just want to brown this in a pan,
Dude,
fine.
wok is
You wanna put it
actually
on
the
your grill
perfect thing to cook
outside,
this chicken in.
that's
It's crazy.
great. So you want it on in a single layer, and we're just gonna leave it there for like, I don't know, a minute or two, and we'll get some browning on it. See, if you look at this, see, we got some nice browning onto part of the chicken, right? So I'm gonna get a bowl to start shoving all this stuff into as it comes out. So now we're gonna stir fry our butter chicken. All right, so this has been going for a while now. It's starting to get a little too thick. So I'm gonna add like a cup and a half of hot water to this. So the lentils are now done. They pressure cooked for 5 minutes. So we wanna release after 5 minutes here. So here we go. You can see like the butter and fat on the top of it. And we're gonna add the chicken into it now. I'm gonna turn this up. We're gonna leave this in here for like 5 minutes, I don't know. 5-10 minutes should be okay. I'm gonna add more sugar for you, Susie.
Thank you.
Depending on how much sugar you
Also,
want.
I should
you can
shave
add
before I do
anywhere
this.
between a teaspoon to a tablespoon. I'm
And my
gonna
hair
start with
looks
2
mega bad.
teaspoons here. Let us turn our attention to the masoor.
Look at the back of my hair. It's all sticking up.
All right,
I look fucking
so-
terrible.
It's gonna be a little bit runny, but should be delightful.
The problem was this morning was like really crazy, and so I didn't have time to like shower and shave before this, so I just looked like a hot mess.
On top of basmati rice. So I will show you guys something else while we're waiting for this. Heavy cream. So heavy cream or whipping cream is what we're going to use in this. I'm going to use half a cup. You should probably use a quarter or a third of a cup. Susie requested it extra creamy. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna measure out half a cup, and I'm going to use this quarter cup to take out some of the gravy and cool it down just a little bit. And the reason why I'm doing this while the rest of it cooks is I'm gonna incorporate the
Would it possibly
cream
have a
into
tablet
this
or a
bowl,
monitor
and
next to the
why
main
I'm
camera with
doing
the recipe?
this is
Yep,
I don't want
yes,
the
of
cream
course
to
it
be
is.
separate later. So this will cool down off the
I
stove
also
just
have a
little bit. What I'm
teleprompter,
gonna
guys.
do is I'm gonna add this cream
I
to the
also
little
have
bit
a
of gravy
teleprompter.
we had left.
Okay,
This is
I'm
heavy
just
cream.
dumb
And it's gonna
and
turn
bad
out
at
looking
this.
like this, right? And then we're gonna turn off the heat here. This is probably cooked enough, and we're gonna introduce the cream into it so it doesn't split. And this basically what this does is it slowly heats up the cream.
What's the white thing in the
so it
corner?
doesn't
It is a
separate into
UV
things.
sterilizer for baby bottles.
All right, Susie, you can tell me if this is creamy.
This is a UV sterilizer for baby bottles, and this is an infant formula dispenser.
and or sweet enough for you.
Because I have a 7th one to hold. It'll go away eventually.
I'll add a little more cream and sugar for you, Susie. You can let it sit there for 15-20 minutes. The flavors will really like meld and come together. I'm gonna juice half a lime into our masoor dal. Let's cut a lime in half. Grab your juicer, or if you don't have one, your trusty butter knife. So we'll juice half a lime into there. We'll stir it in, and we have some lovely masoor dal. We're pretty much good to go, guys. So here you guys go. So we have the masoor dal here.
I think this shot is really good. I think the food looks great
Butter
there.
chicken over here, over the basmati rice.
All right, well, thank you so much, guys.
Thanks for watching yet again. Hopefully you enjoyed cooking along here with the butter chicken and masoor dal.
Having
Be sure
I'm
to
not
make it extra
offended,
spicy.
guys. Look, Solmander, I appreciate you and your concern about me getting offended. You actually can't offend me. It's fine. Having the kitchen less messy, I agree. It is a fucking mess. It's a fucking mess. It's got open bottles of wine, baby bottles, can of formula, coffee cups, thermoses, my workout water bottle, just fucking whatever everywhere. This looks terrible.
With your cashmere chili powder.
No, I should have this. That's a good tip right there. The name of the dish at the end. Ha! The editor finally did something bad.
Dal here and the butter chicken over here over the basmati rice.
All right, well, thank you so much, guys.
Thanks for watching yet again. Hopefully you enjoyed cooking along here with the butter chicken and masoor dal. Be sure to make it extra spicy with your cashmere chili powder.
All right, guys. So that's it. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for you know, helping me out. At least eat it at the end. That's true too. But we're that'll be upgraded with more branding and graphics later. So we don't really have to worry about that. Beverage recommendations. Solid. Dish name plus list of ingredients. They're at the start. The mess could come across very grounded. You know, I agree, Adanian, that it adds a bit of realism, but, you know, it could be less messy. All right, guys, I got to go. Thank you for humoring me. I'll see you tomorrow for more League of Legends. Goodbye.